Welcome everybody. My name is Darrel, and today I'm going to teach you all how to make an amazing WordPress website from scratch using the new Divi theme 3.0. Now, the Divi theme 3.0 just came out with its new visual page builder, which allows you to actually see the changes you make on the website as you're changing it. And it doesn't matter if you're a complete beginner or you're experienced. I've helped hundreds of beginners just like yourself create amazing looking websites like this. And if you've been around WordPress for a while and you're kind of wondering if you want to switch over or not, stick around because I'm going to show you now how easy it is to make a website with the new Divi theme 3.0. So for example, this is my page right here. And let's just say I want to add an image to this page. All I need to do is click on this little gray circle, scroll down to image, add in the image, simply click on upload, and click on this iPhone. I'm not getting the new iPhone, by the way. I don't know if you guys are getting that or not. I'm not getting it. And there you go. The image is there now. Now let's just say it's kind of blocking my guy right here. You know, I kind of want to move it to the right a little bit. So I'm going to scroll down and just say the image alignments, put it on the right side, just like that. Click on the checkbox and there you go. That is now how you can edit and design your website. It's very simple to use the Divi theme. But let's give you another example. So for example, I'm going to scroll down right here and go down to this section. So this section right here, it's kind of, it's disorientated. This is too much. This is too much. Let me show you how easy it is so we can make changes to this. So for example, right here, I can simply just move that up just like that. And maybe this side, I want to bring it down a little bit, just like that. And also I want to change the title. So simply just take that and put the Divi theme. So that is now how you make changes on your website. It's pretty incredible, I gotta be honest. And also for those of you who love those big, beautiful video sliders, this theme supports, giant, beautiful video sliders, and also supports up to 4K. And you can also actually make changes while your video is playing. So I can put the Divi theme. Oops, just like that, and click on Save Changes. And there you go. So the changes are live, and that is how your website will now look. Now, I'm not just going to teach you guys how to use the theme. I'm going to teach you guys special techniques and really cool ways you guys can use this theme and how easy it is to add videos, to add sliders, all sorts of stuff. So for example, maybe right here, I want to add in a background video, just like you guys have seen before. It's simple. All that we need to do is click on this little arrow right here and upload the MP4, which is right here. Upload a video, and I'm going to click on save. And now I'm going to exit the visual builder to see how it looks live. So I'm going to click exit visual builder, and you guys are going to see now how the website looks. It looks amazing. It looks stunning. And there is my new video slider right there. So like I said, guys, it is very simple now to make a website. And I'm going to show you all now how to use the customizer. So for example, this is the theme customizer for your menu. Now there's a lot of different ways you can design your menu. This theme gives you a lot of accessibility. So for example, I can have it like a default style, like you guys have all seen the menu like this, or I can say, maybe I want that vertical navigation. So now we have the menu on this side and we can change the color. We can change the fonts. We can do anything we want with this theme. Now let's just say, I'm going to say, no, I don't want vertical, but I kind of want that full screen look. So now there is no menu. It just looks very elegant and professional. But if I click on the menu, we get this right here. So this is really modern. It looks good. And it's very simple to use, guys. That's the most important thing. As long as you're comfortable with using the theme and you're comfortable with making changes, that's really all that matters, because it's hard to use a website where you're not really enjoying the page builder, right? Trust me, I've used a lot. It's kind of hard to use all of them. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you all how to make changes to your website, how to make it look easy and professional. And I'm also going to give you guys a lot of tips and tricks to make amazing landing pages that look just like this right here. So if you guys have liked what you've seen so far, give me a like and a subscribe, and I will show you today how to make this beautiful website step by step. Another thing I want to point out to everybody is that I personally use the Divi theme for my website. So this is my website, darrelwilson.com, and this was made from scratch using the Divi theme. Also, I use it for all my clients' websites as well. So this website was also made with the Divi theme because I would never recommend a product I didn't use. I would never do that. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we need to do is go ahead and click on the link in the description. It'll take you to a website called hostgator.com. So this is HostGator, and we will use this website to get hosting and also get our domain. So the first thing you need to do is click on Get Started Now. All right, and you'll get 3 plans right here. You have the hatchling plan, the baby plan, and the business plan. Now, I always recommend the baby plan because with the baby plan, you get unlimited domains rather than just a single domain, right? So click on sign up now. All right, so go ahead and enter in your domain name. So for example, I'm gonna put my famous one I always put in all my videos. I love Kylo Ren. Let's see if that's available or not. It is still available. All right. I mean, he was a very weak Sith in the movie, but I just love Star Wars. So yeah, it's just for tutorial purposes, really. Now, next thing you have is the domain privacy protection. So for example, this will hide your personal information from the public if they try to look you up. So you can have that checked or not. I'm going to uncheck this box. Next, you have your package type. So we selected baby, and you can select your billing cycle. So you can have month to month, 3 months, you can have 6 months. So I'm just going to go ahead and put, 3 months right here, and go ahead and enter in a username. So we'll do Han Solo 88, and our security pin will be 45678. Make sure it's correct because if you have problems with your account, they will need this pin to verify that it's you when you call. Next, you're going to enter in your billing information and make sure your email is correct. You know, I've had clients where they enter the email in wrong twice, and it's a total disaster. So just make sure you enter in the correct information right here, and go ahead and put in the name of your card, your credit card number, etc. Next, you have your additional services page, your tab. I don't recommend any of these. You know, these can actually all be done with plugins for WordPress, and we will get to plugins a little bit later. So for now, I'm going to uncheck these boxes. Now for the coupon code. Now I have a few coupon codes. So if you enter Darrel99, you're actually going to get your first month of hosting for just 1 cent. So you can see the price now is $41.30. Click on validate, and you get a discount right there. So it is a little bit cheaper. It does add this domain though. It does that sometimes. I don't know why. So if I do validate again, let's see if it updates again. Okay. So it's cheaper. So it's $38.86. You know, in all my videos, it does that. It always activates this one. I have no idea why. Or this coupon code will save you more in the long run. So if you enter in Darrel WP25 and click on validate, you're not going to save as much now, but you'll save more in the long run because you're going to get 25% off your entire plan. So now the price is a little bit more pricier. However, you will save more in the long run. So after you've entered that information in, and also that does give me a small commission. I appreciate it. It helps me to continue to make these long tutorials for free. So after that, go ahead and click on I have read and blah, 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 and click on checkout now. All right. Once you click on checkout now, you'll get a screen that says, welcome to the HostGator family, welcome, welcome. And then you'll be brought to your customer portal. So after this, we're actually going to check our email because we're going to get some important information on that email that you sign up with. So you should receive an email that looks something like this right here. It's going to have your control panel, your domain, your username, and your password. Okay. So go ahead and click on this right here, which is your control panel, and you'll be brought to a page that looks just like this right here. So next, go ahead and put in your username right here, and go ahead and put in your password, which is this really long thing right here. Put that right there. And once you've entered that in, go ahead and click on login. If you guys don't get it, if it doesn't, you can always call HostGator. They have 24-hour customer support, which is incredible. Next, we want to go ahead and install WordPress. So go ahead and just scroll down right here, and you're going to come to a section that called Software and Services, and you're just going to click on Quick Install. That's it. Quick Install, and you'll be brought to this page right here. You want to scroll down right here, and you want to go to Install WordPress. And they're going to offer you these other options, but we're just going to install WordPress for free. So click on Install WordPress. Usually there's options right here. I guess they took it out, huh? All right. So install WordPress, and you want to select the domain that you purchased. So I'm going to select this domain right here. And right here, do not put anything. Don't put anything there. Just trust me. It's going to install your website to that dash, and it's going to be a disaster. Next, you want to enter in your email. Put a blog title. So I'm going to put howdy. Just like that. My admin user, I'm going to put TASS, T-A-S-S. It's my Steam name for my video games. After that, we are going to install WordPress. Go ahead and click on No Thanks. I'm a web designer. All right, so your install is running. Your install is complete. Okay, So go up here on this little arrow and click on that. And it's going to say admin area, your username, and your password. So one word of advice, if you click on it and it takes you to some bizarre page where there's nothing to enter, just give it time. It takes time to propagate. So I'm going to click on admin area. Hopefully it propagates. All right. And it already did. Amazing. So right now I'm going to enter in my username right here. I don't know why I put all my information from my other website. It's kind of weird. And then you're going to enter in your password right here. It's never done that, huh? It's kind of weird. All right. Anyways, so that is your username and your password, and click on login. All right. So it is working. It is going. We're logging into WordPress for the first time. Congratulations. This is exciting, huh? All right. So I'm going to click on save right now. That's my to save my password. So congratulations, guys. You know, we got hosting, we got our domain, we installed WordPress. That was the hard part. Trust me, that was the really hard part. This is more of the easy stuff to do. Believe it or not, it's really simple. So the first thing we need to do now is actually we need to go purchase the Divi theme. So if you guys click on the link in the description, it'll take you to elegantthemes.com where we can purchase the Divi theme. Now, it is the month of September, guys. So let me show you here really quick my affiliate link. Now, under my affiliate link, you guys will receive a small discount, and it does give me a small commission, so it helps me to make these videos for you guys. Now, it's September 16th, so if this sale is gone, I think it's only lasting for a month. You guys can still purchase the theme through the link in the description, but for now, you guys will get it for $70. Usually, it's on sale, or the regular price is $90. So on top of that, you guys get 24-hour, technical support. You guys get access to their very premium plugins, which one of them is called the Bloom plugin, which I will talk about in a little bit. I'm also going to have a tutorial on it soon. So you get all sorts of crazy deals. It's a very good theme to purchase. And also, if you guys are skeptical about buying it, remember, you do get a 30-day money back when you try and purchase this theme. So if you use it, you don't like it, you can get your money back. So that's how confident Elegant Themes is that you will come to love this theme. So go ahead and click on sign up now, or sign up today. Enter in your username, your password, confirm your password, all of this good stuff. And once you're done purchasing the theme, you'll be brought to your customer dashboard. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my customer dashboard, which will look something like this. This is your members area. So from here, we can actually download the Divi theme. So go ahead and scroll down right here. And under theme downloads, you can click on Divi, click on download, and download theme package. You guys are going to see that it is downloading. Okay, so it has finished downloading. Now we need to upload it to our WordPress website. So we're going to go back to over here, right here. Now we got the theme. So all we need to do now is go to our appearance, go to themes. Now right here, you just want to click on add new. You want to click on upload theme. Go ahead and choose the file and go ahead and just upload wherever that Divi file saved, and click on open and click on install. So now we are installing the theme onto WordPress, because WordPress basically uses a bunch of themes. There's a lot of good themes and a lot of bad themes. I should make a video of like the worst 10 themes you can have, because I've used some really bad themes before, but unlike Divi, it's probably one of the best ones you're going to find on the market, because it only has the visual page builder. Next, you want to click on activate. All right. So they're saying, welcome to Divi, congratulations. So we have successfully installed the Divi theme. Now we can actually create and design our website. But before we start doing that, let's change some settings first. So the first thing I probably want to recommend to change is that long password that we had. So if we go over here to our users, you can click on users and go ahead and just select your username right there. And, you can also customize your settings. You can add like a different color, I think last time I did ocean. So maybe I want to do, I'll do blue this time. Yeah, blue. Sounds good. Huh? Next, you want to scroll down. Just keep scrolling. And right here, you see new password. So if you want to change your password, just click on generate password and enter in a password that you would like to have right there. Once you've done, doing all that stuff, you can click on update profile. But for me, I'm just going to go ahead and just leave it blank right there. And I'm going to click on update profile. All right. So the next thing we also need to do is change our permalinks. So I'll explain why we do that. So you're going to go to settings and go to permalinks. All right. Now we want to put it under post name. right there. And the reason why is because when you go to a website, don't you usually see your website dash like about or dash contact us dash shop? So you don't want a website that looks like this because these are really ugly permalinks and it's actually bad for SEO. So post name is the best. So go ahead and leave it as post name. Click on save changes. All right. So now we are actually going to start creating some pages. We need to make our home page, about us, the services page, and the contact us page. We are going to make all those pages right now. So to do that, it's very simple. Going over here to pages and click on add new. All right, we are going to make our home page. And once we've done that, we can click on publish. All right, and also let's go and click on add new again. And now we might need to make, our about, or what should we do? About us or our services? Let's just do our services. Let's do our services. Click on publish. All right, click on add new again. Now we'll do our about us page. Just click on publish. Look at that, we're already making a website. It's simple, right? All right, so the last one we want to do is do our contact us page. So click on add new and do contact us, just like that. And click on publish. All right, so we've made our pages, but now we need to do one more thing before we create our menu. Going over here to visit site. And, this is the website as we have now. And here are our pages, but we need to sort of fix this. It doesn't really look good. It looks kind of strange. So go on over here to theme customizer. Just like that. And you want to go down to static front page. Click on a static page. And we want to set our front page as our home page, just like that. And click on save and publish. All right, now we also need to create our menu. So we're going to do that right now. So click on this X right here. And we're going to go to our dashboard, or we can go to menus as well. But I'll show you how to do it from the dashboard first. So click on dashboard, click on appearance, and go to menu. So now we're going to create our menu. We're going to do the home, etc. So just put menu 1. Now always do menu 1. Menu 1's good. Click on menu 1. Now you want to add these pages over here. So click on view all right here, and our home, about, contact, and our services. So let me see if that's the right one or not. Well, we'll find out. We will find out. So click on add to menu, just like that. And let's see here. Yep, so you're going to have your home, about, your contact, and our services. Now you can also edit this. You can make it like this, or you can have the about us first, our services first, or you can have a sub menu, put it like that. So this would be a drop down menu, but for now, we're just going to leave it like this. And we're going to click on primary menu, just like that, and click on save changes. All right, so we've done that. Now let's go back and check out our website. All right, there we go. So we have our home, about, our services, and contact us. But we have some pages that we don't really need. WordPress actually manually or automatically creates pages for us. So let's go ahead and delete those pages. So go over here to your dashboard right here. Click on pages. Now we have the sample page. We don't need this anymore. So we can just go ahead and trash this. So all we have is our home, which is our front page, our services, contact, and about us. So now let's do the fun part. Let's start creating some amazing looking landing pages and all sorts of stuff. But one more quick thing, guys. I'm going to go ahead and close all these tabs right here. I have so many tabs open. So I'm going to go ahead and close all these right now. Boop. All right, so I'm closing them all. All right. Okay, so you guys can actually visit my website, and I actually have a images pack for all of you. So it'll help you guys design your website. So if you go to darrelwilson.com and you guys go to my blog right here, you guys will see the Divi theme 3.0 tutorial for WordPress. You guys can click on that. And right here, I've actually included a media folder for you all. So you can click on download right here, and it'll take you to my Dropbox. So I've actually included a lot of pictures for you guys, a lot of special Photoshop things. And these were actually done by a developer at Elegant Themes. So credit goes out to that guy who made these. And these right here give you that sort of arc angle that we saw earlier. So go ahead and take the time to download all of these right here. It might take some time, but remember, these are all for tutorial purposes. So I'm just trying to help you guys understand how to use Divi, and these images are a very good starting point. Okay, so once you guys have done, downloaded all these images right here, you guys can go to the website. And now let's go back to the website and see, how we can create it step by step. Okay, so we have this page right here. Now, we want to basically create this text over here and sort of nothing over here. So how do we do that? It's very simple. Now, there is a front end editor and a back editor. So let me show you guys the back editor first before I introduce you to the visual builder. So over here, actually right here, we can click on edit page. And we're going to click on use Divi builder. So this is how the Divi builder works. It's very simple. It's like Legos. It's like building blocks. So right here, we can click insert column. Now, how many columns do you guys want? So you remember I have the 4 blurbs earlier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can have it like this structure or this structure. But for now, I'm just going to do half and half, just like that. And over here, I want to go ahead and put some text right there. I'm going to add a text module. And I'm just going to click save right now. Save and exit. So you guys can see that we have an area right here we can add text. And let's just say I want to add a few layers of text. So you see this icon right here? We can duplicate these rows just like that. So now I have 3 layers of text. Okay. Now, also you guys have seen there's a button right here. So let's go ahead and add in a button. So I'm going to click on insert module and click on button just like that. For now, I'll click on save and exit. And we'll also add in what we call is a divider. And we'll add that on the other part, on the other page, okay? So for example, right now, this part right here, under the text, I'm gonna go ahead and put what I have over here. Actually, I'm going to add in a picture. So when you add in a text, you can actually add in a picture. Now, this is actually better to do because with this style, you have a little bit more options. So for example, I'm going to click on add media and I'm going to click on upload files, select files, and I'm going to go ahead and just select the image of Darrel Wilson right there, just like that, and click on insert into page. And as this tutorial goes, guys, you guys will start to learn and understand why I'm doing this method rather than just adding an image module instead. Okay, so I'm going to click on save and exit. Next, we're going to go ahead and put this other text right here. So for example, we have learn how to use WordPress and the Divi theme. So let's just go ahead and type that in. So right here, I'm going to type that in. Learn how to use Divi and no, was it how to use WordPress? Yeah, how to use WordPress and the Divi theme. Okay, so we've added in text right here. And remember, guys, I'm just showing you the back editor. We will get to the visual editor in a little bit, but I'm just trying to get you familiar with both because you can use both. And actually, I prefer the back editor for some things rather than the visual editor. Okay, so next we have this next section right here, or that's the same section. And we have this section right here where we can add in more text. So you guys can see right here, we can add in some text like here. I'm just going to go ahead and I'll just enter in something like, I'll just enter in some text. Here we go. So, theme is really good to use for. Elegant Themes is a really good company. You get a 30-day money back with, do I type fast? Yeah. That's what my friends say. I don't know. So you get 30-day money back with the Divi theme. This is just dummy text to fill up some space. Just like that. And don't really mind it too much because it's just for tutorial purposes. Okay. So we've added in this text right here. Okay. So I'm going to click on save. And next we have our button. All right. So our button, I'm just going to put a button URL and then just put in contact us. Okay, so I'm gonna click on save and exit and click on update. So this is sort of how you guys use the back end. This is how it was before, but now we can use the visual builder. All right, so let's show you how to use the visual builder. All right, so I clicked on visual builder and it is going. Okay, so first thing you notice is it doesn't look anything like it did on my other website right here. Obviously, the text here is much bigger, it's centered, and the button looks much better. So let's go ahead and change that. So right here, we have this learn how to use WordPress and the Divi theme. Now you see when I hover over it, we have these gray options right here. You can click this little checkbox right here, and this will select the module. So remember, this is the same thing we have, learn how to use WordPress and the Divi theme. But let's just say I want to center this text right there. Maybe look like that, right? But we can actually get more creative than that. We can change the color, we can change the font, we can change anything we want. So for the font header size, we can actually, or I'm sorry, it's just the regular text right here. So scroll down, and this section is the text font, okay? So this section right here will control the font size. So we can make it super big like that, or we can make it something that looks like that. Learn how to use WordPress and the Divi theme. Like this right here. Now you see how the words are kind of clumped together and you're kind of like, oh, that doesn't look good. Well, we can change that. So if we scroll down right here, we're going to see the text line height. And we can actually increase the line right there. You see how it's increasing like that? We can actually mess with this. So for example, we can leave it something like that. And I think that looks good, right? Now we can also select the text color. So for example, you want red, you want blue, etc., black. I'm gonna leave it as black. Okay. Next, we're gonna scroll down, keep scrolling. Now there isn't much left to change here. I kind of like the way it looks right there. So I'm gonna click on checked, but also I want to talk to you guys about the custom margin. So what this does is that it actually sort of spaces it out and positions it to however you want it to add or to look. So for example, if I put 10%, you see how it's sort of pushed up like that. So watch again. If I add 20%. You see how it's pushing up, how I'm sort of directing it on exactly where to go. So for example, let's just say I wanted to, push it away from the right, 10%, or we can do 20% or 30%. And the reason why it looks like that is because these blocks, remember, they're under blocks. So it's not enough space. Now we can make this row full width, but I'll get to that in just a little bit. But for now, I'm gonna leave it like that and click on check, okay? Now right here, we have these other text right here. So for example, I'm gonna click on this and let's change this font. Let's make it look a little different. So I also want it a little bit centered, just like that, right? Now, I wanna actually change the design. So we're gonna scroll down to the text font right here, and we can change the font. So for example, we can put open sans, or we can put something like, anything that we want right here. So I'll go ahead and just put Roboto, and we will change the text color to pure black. Okay. And remember, we can make it bigger, we can make it smaller, we can do the spacing. See how it looks a little spacier? So we can, increase the spacing, by maybe a pixel. I think a pixel looks good. And we can use a border. We can do the same thing right here. Remember the margin? We can do that too. But I'll come back to the margin after we make this row full width. So baby steps. All right, baby steps. So looks like everything looks good. Now remember, you can change the font size to make it look bigger. So for example, we'll leave it at 16. 16 looks good. And we'll click on check. Now, you see how this row is sort of blocked like that? Let's make it bigger. We can design this row to make it look even bigger. So for example, if I click on this little arrow right here, I can click on make this row full width. Now you see how the row has sort of become full width? So now that entire row is stretching with the page. You guys can also set the width of the page. So for example, you want to set the custom width. You can set it like this, or you can set it like this. But we're just going to leave it at 80% and click on check. So now this page, you see how the box has stretched out like that? The box now is full width. So now we have that like beautiful effect that it is, stretching out. It looks good, and we can add some stuff. But I want to add in that background image, but we also need to change this button right here. We want it centered, right? So it's simple. You see how it has the gray part right here? Just simple. Click on that, do button alignment, and click on center. And now it has centered with the text. So that looks pretty good. And we can change the text color in that. we can actually modify the button. So let's go ahead and do that really fast. We'll go ahead and modify the button. And guys, a lot of these customizations and settings are also for the other modules. So if you learn how to use it for one module, you kind of learn how to do it for all of them. So let's go ahead and say, yes, I want to do a custom style for the button. So right here, we have the button text. We can make the button bigger. We can make it smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at, maybe let's do a little bigger. Yeah, like that. You can select the text color. So I want to do maybe black. We'll do black. And the button background color. So remember, this background color, you can actually edit that too. You can make it blue, you can make it red, you can make it yellow. For this tutorial, we're probably just gonna leave it as white. I kind of like that white background. You can also add a translucent color. Now you see how there's two bars right here? This bar controls the opacity. So for example, you see the color, how it's starting to fade slightly. So you can have that sort of faded color like that. So we can leave it like that. Now over here, you have the border width. So you can make the width bigger, you can make it smaller. And the button radius, you can select the button radius as well. So for example, I hover over it, that's what the button radius does. Next you have the button line, the letter spacing, so you can select the spacing. But I kind of want that circular look to it, right? So for a border radius, let's just go ahead and just do 100 pixels. Now it has that circular radius to it, right? I like the way that looks. And we can make this bigger by stretching out this, or like that. So the great part about the visual editor, guys, is you can see the changes you're making. So you can change the font. You know, you can add a button icon. So for example, if I hover over it, right now it has this little arrow, but we can change that. So if I go over here to add a button icon, yes, I want to put the I don't know what's a good one to put, the Facebook like, yeah, the Facebook like. So if I hover over it, now it has the Facebook like. So that's pretty cool. So we can also change the font. Maybe we want to change it to this one. We can keep scrolling down, and we can put the button icon. So the icon right now is to the right. We can change that to the left, but for now I'm gonna leave it to the right. Now the hover over color. So if somebody hovers over it, what color do you want it to be? You can do that also for the button as well. So the text will have a hover over color, and the background will too. Same thing with the border color. So just this border color, just the part around it, you can change the color for that as well. So there's a lot of customization you guys can have for just the button. You guys can see, you can get extremely creative with the buttons. You know, it's pretty amazing. So I'm gonna click on Save Changes now. Now let's go ahead and enter in a background image. So how do I do that? Well, it's very simple. Over here, you know what's funny, guys? When I first started doing the visual editor, I hated it. I was like, I can't use this. I can't do a tutorial on this. This is awful, you know? Now I kind of like can't do anything without it, right? So I love it. So right here under section settings, you see how it says background image right here. Now remember, you can also add a background video. So remember that you can add a video for your background, or you can add a background image. So I'm gonna select background image, and I'm gonna click on upload files, select files, and I'm going to select Robert Downey Jr. Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh, there he is. Okay, so there it goes. All right. So I'm going to, I was just making sure it was still recording. You know, when I'm recording these sometimes, I don't know if it's recording or not. I just don't know, so I have to check sometimes. So there it is, the picture. And I'm going to click on upload an image. All right. So right now you guys are probably saying, okay, that looks pretty weird, right? It doesn't really look good. It looks strange because it's not done properly. Don't worry about it. It's very simple to change. So going back to this, remember guys, you guys can also add the MP4 of the video. So I will come back to that in just a little bit. All right. But for now, we can go ahead and click on check. Just like that. Now, I want to stretch this out a little bit. You know, we can stretch it out a various number of ways, guys, but I want to use the divider. So for example, I can use something like this right here to sort of stretch it out, or I can use one of the modules. So I'm just going to show you a little bit about the modules so you guys can get a better understanding of additional ways on how you can, you know, stretch out your page besides using this. So over here, we can select this. You see this gray part right here? This right here means to add a new module. So go ahead and click on that right there. Now I want to add something called the divider, and we're going to use the divider a little bit later, a lot more, to make it look elegant and beautiful. Now I want to go ahead and say, the divider is something that you use to stretch your page out. So for example, I'm gonna go ahead and put 1300, or I can put maybe 100, 200, 200. So you guys can see there's various ways you guys can start editing and designing your website. It's really preference, guys. It really is preference. But you can also have this border show. So for example, you can actually show the divider. Now you see the divider right there. So I know it looks bad right now, but we can actually, there are reasons to use the divider, and I'll get to that in our future section. So we can do 400. So you guys can see that, we're stretching it out, but I don't want to use the divider, but I'm just showing you that there is other ways to use a lot of the other modules that you can use. So I'm gonna click on X. Now let's just go ahead and just do it the manual way. So remember, the manual way is, you see how I have my mouse right here? I can just go ahead and just stretch the image out, just like that. And we can do it to however you like to have it. So for example, we can have it like this, something like that. Okay, so there are a number of ways that we can do this. But I personally recommend just doing the divider for this, because you guys can see there's just too much disorientation with the page. So remember, you have to sort of understand how, Divi works and the logic behind it. So I'm going to go ahead and just add in the divider, because I feel that there's too much space over here. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll up like that. And I'm going to go ahead and add in the divider right here. So I'm going to add in the divider just like that. And I'm going to set it to maybe around, oops. So the divider, just like that, right there. Okay. Oh no, that's not it. Okay. So if this happens to you guys, where you try to upload it and nothing happens, just click on these purple arrows and click on save. All right. And then go ahead and just exit the visual builder. Sometimes that does happen, where it's just, you just can't see it. So I'm gonna click on edit page now, and we're going to see the divider. So you guys saw the dividers there. They were there. We just couldn't see them because they were white in the background. So it was really hard to see. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the divider to maybe 150, just like that. And then right here, I'm gonna go ahead and put on update. So now we're kind of using a combination of both. And if you guys ever get lost like that, or if the theme starts to you don't see it, just go back to your back end, and then you can see it from your back end. Okay, so now we have the picture of this gentleman right here. And there is also a script you guys have seen on my other website where I have this long line right here. We will come back to that in a little bit once we get more comfortable, because this involves some custom CSS, and that basically is a little bit of code, but don't worry, I'll show you guys how to use it. It's very simple to use. Now, one more thing, you see how this this module right here, I want it kind of centered. So I can actually click on this right here. I'm sorry, click on, is this right here? No. So we're actually going to go over here and let's see, we can not duplicate the row. I don't want to duplicate it. I want to just be able to select it. Okay, so this right here. There we go. Okay, so this text orientation, we're going to put that as centered, and then click on checkbox. So sometimes, guys, it's hard to find the module. Like when you're trying to find it, it's kind of hard to select it. And also for your images, you can actually make it a little bit bigger like that. So you guys can see that, the text is starting to look pretty cool. So, this is basically our landing page. It looks pretty good, besides the fact that we can add the other graphics, and it looks very similar to ours, except we have a white. And the reason why ours is black is because we have not added in the graphics, because if it's white, we can't see it because it's in the background, because our background's white. So we will come back to this. Okay, so next, let's go ahead and make this section right here. So let's teach you all how to make an additional section. So I'm gonna go ahead and scroll this up a little bit, just like that. But I want them to show just like that. Okay, so next let's go ahead and make a new section. So to make a new section, just click on this little arrow right here, and you want to click on regular, and then we're going to click on just this one right here. Okay, so you guys can see right here, this right here is a text module, this right here is a divider, and then this is another text module. So it's important also to sort of look at other websites and see how you can sort of create that with the Divi theme. So remember, text, divider, text. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to do the text widget just like that. And we're going to put the same thing right here. So we're just going to put learn how to make a stunning website. make a stunning website just like that. And I kind of want this centered just like that. And remember, we can go to our design right here and we can scroll down to the text, because this is not header. We are in the text font, and we can make this bigger. That looks like that. Now also we can do the text color. So for example, I want this to be black, and I think that's it, right? We can change the fonts. We can change the margin. So for example, you guys want to push it up more, remember, you can push it up like that, or you can do it the other way. See how that works? Or you can actually add padding. So we can add padding right here to the top. We can add padding to the right. It's at 30%. So you see how that works? And remember, the reason why it looks like that is because we need to increase the line space. So that is why it looks like that. All right. So other than that, this looks pretty good. Now let's go ahead and add in a divider. So right here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on this little gray button right here, and we're going to add in a new module, which is the divider, just like that. Okay, and this should pop up, and we want to actually make it black now. And maybe we can have the divider as just 10, you know, or we can add the divider as something like, yeah, 10, just like that, and click on show divider. Now you don't want to push it too much, so you just want it to sort of show. Remember, so we can do like 5, or, you know, let's see what we can add here. Something like that, you know, 5 looks good. So now you see that it has this background to it, which looks really cool. And I'm gonna click on checks. And let's just say we want to add in another text widget right below that. So you see how we have that gray module right there? It's kind of hidden behind the teal one. So go ahead and select that and just select another text widget. Something like this right here. And we're gonna put learn how to make an amazing website with the Divi theme. The Divi theme is all you need. All right, so we've added that in, and we want to center this text, you know, so let's go ahead and center it just like that. And we can go to our design and sort of change the way it looks as well. So remember, scroll down to your text font size. We can make it bigger just like that. And we can maybe change the text color. So maybe I want to make this black, you know, we can add it black just like that. We can change the background color for it. I don't recommend doing it for the text. It looks really ugly. So for example, we can add the blue, but I don't know why anybody would want that. So I'm just going to put clear. I'd rather just give it a big background image instead. And we can keep scrolling. We can add a border. We can, remember, we can create the margins again. We can do, you know, we can change the position of it, the padding. Now we can probably put 0 up here. You know, we can put, you know, 10% up there. We can basically, you know, edit the text wherever position you want it to edit. So that is what the custom margin and the custom padding mean. So maybe I can do 0% for the custom padding, and the top is 0%, something like, looks like that. So well, it doesn't change much because remember the divider is pushing this down. So we'll go ahead and just leave that blank right there. Now let's click on the checkbox. So as you guys saw, you guys see these weird little designs right here, and I bet you're wondering, how did I get those? Well, a developer from Elegant Themes actually created them. So we need to actually add this to the background. So remember, you want to add something to the background. All you need to do is go to this blue thing right here. Now the blue thing actually, the blue row controls the row. The teal one controls this section. It controls everything within it. Okay. So I'm gonna click on this little icon right here, the gear icon, and we're gonna put a background image. And this is a very creative. So I'm gonna click on upload. Go to upload files, select files. Now we're gonna select one of these images right here, but we're gonna actually need to select all of them because we're going to use probably, you know, it's gonna be up to you which one to decide, you know, how, you know, what look you want to have for your website, etc. So these are uploading, and I know they look a little strange. They look like just white blocks, but don't worry, we will discuss it. We will discuss why we use these. Okay, so you see this one right here. You see how right here it's all white and then there's this gray part? This gray part is actually nothing. So these are photoshopped. So for example, this part, you see how there's this gray space, which is nothing, and this part, which is nothing, go ahead and upload one of them. I'll show you. So I'm going to click on the, I got to make sure these aren't checked. So I'm going to actually use this one right here, and I'm going to click on upload image, and you're going to notice nothing's going to change. But if we add a background color to it, it will change. So remember, I'm going to click on background color now, and then select, this one right here, or select blue. So basically, the background is a white background, but it's sort of taking out this, it's actually showing this section. So this section is still visible. So with that, we're sort of given these arcs, just like that. Okay, so it's sort of adding like, a design and decor. And the longer you make this page, the more it's going to stretch out. So let's go ahead and add in some blurbs. So I'm going to click on Save Changes. Now we want to add in a new row. We have this section right here, but now let's add in these cool little icons right here. These 4 right here. So in order to do that, we're going to make a new row. So click on, we're going to actually create a new section. So right here, under the teal part, you're going to click on Add a New Row and select the 4 icons. Now you're going to see that there's 4 boxes. We can put whatever we want in these boxes. So right here, I want to add in the blurb, just like that. And I put over here, learn step by step. So we'll do that. Learn step by step. And you can actually make this a link. So if somebody goes over here, they can actually click on it. It'll take them to somewhere else. So for example, if I put www.darrelwilson.com, it will take them to darrelwilson.com when they click on the icon. So I'll click on use icon, and we can just select, we'll select the key right now. Okay, so now we have this key icon. We can change the color of the icon. So for example, we can, change it to any color we want. I'll just do it to a dark red. Remember, we can make it more translucent as well. See that, how it's fading? So we can really have control over the icon color. Next, we can scroll down. Now you can actually add a circle icon over it. So you're basically creating a double, like a double effect right there. But I prefer not to do that. And remember, you can actually select the circle color. So you can add something that looks like that to your website. But I'm going to just click on no. And we can actually have the icon in different ways. So the icon placement, we can have it on the left side, which will look something like this. So this would be helpful for something like, for example, we scroll down right here. See how I have this section right here? That is exactly what I did. So I just made the icon bigger and I made the text bigger. So it's sort of, you're sort of trying to think about different ways you can be creative with the theme. So next we will have our, we can change our text color. Also the animation. So for example, you see how, actually I'll do it like this so you can see it better. You see how it says image and icon animation? We can have it from right to left. You see how it swings into from the right to the left? We can have it from the bottom to the top, or we can have it to like, left to right, or we can just say no animation at all. We just want it to sit there on our page. Next, you have your text color. So we can change the text color. The text orientation, we have it centered. And also you can add in, some extra content, we know the best way to, to make sales and start your business. So we can add in that. Now let's go ahead and go to the design. We can design everything. So click on the design tab. Now the max image width, this is basically saying how far the text can go. But remember, the text will not, it'll not interfere with the other blurbs. So be mindful of that. So for example, if you want the text to go all the way over here, it will not do that because it will get in the way of these other icons. So that being said, we can do use icon font size. So we can change the icon font size like this. So 120 pixels is the biggest it will go. Next, you can have your header font. So this text right here is the header font. So we can say, I want this to be Arvo. And we can increase the text size to make it look bigger, just like that. Now let's do maybe something like 60. All right, and don't worry, we will change the way this looks after we're done editing it. So the header text color, we can make this, black, we can make it yellow, whatever color you would like. For now, I'm gonna put black. And then for letter spacing, remember you can space the letters out just like that too. Maybe we'll just do like a pixel. Or 2 pixels is good. Okay, letter spacing, there's the 2 pixels like that. And then for the same thing for the line height, remember these same modules, you can select the height within the line. The background color, I don't recommend using background color. I just don't. I don't think it looks good, but I'll give you an example of what it looks like. Maybe for certain circumstances, it would be good. You know, I just can't think of any right now. I really can't, but I just prefer not to use a background color for the text module or the blurb module. You can actually add a background image behind this as well. There are ways to get creative with that, but we will not do that. You can add a border around this, like something like we can have like a solid border color. For example, if I put this black right here, now there's a border around it. We can have that as well, but I'm not going to use that. And remember, guys, for a lot of these settings, the blurb modules and everything else are sort of the same. Remember the custom margin, just like the text. So a lot of these have the same options. So you can be very customizable with all of these. So I'm going to click on check right now. Now I want to actually make this bigger. I want to make this box bigger. So do you remember how to do that? We would just simply go to this icon right here and go to make this row full width. So now you guys can see that it is now bigger. So it's stretched across the page. But maybe I want to do a custom width. You know, it's actually overlapping with this black part right here, and I don't want that. So I can click on custom width and start setting the way this looks right here. So before it was like all the way over there, but I want to go ahead and say, you know, we can set it like that. So we can set check, and now it looks like that. So now that we set a custom width, it looks better, right? Now remember, to change that, you can go back and say no custom width. It'll go back. But custom width, it'll start to give you, you know, customization. You can also set the custom gutter width. And what that does is that it sort of brings them close together. And I'll go over that a little bit more when we talk about images and videos. Okay, so for now, we will not be using the gutter width. And you can also move the padding for this too. So, you know, it will add more space to the right, more space to the left. You want to position these differently. So I'm going to click on checks. And I've shown you guys how to do one, right? Now let's just say you don't want to make another one. So we can just duplicate this. So right here, we can duplicate this like that. Now we have this row right here. We can just drag and drop it and make sure it hits this little icon right there. And we can do the same thing. We can go ahead and duplicate this again. And we can go ahead and just drag it over here. Just like that. And once again, we can go to this, this icon right here and duplicate it. And just drag it over. Just like that. And this row, I'll delete it. So now another thing, guys, you can actually duplicate all the rows. You can duplicate this blue row. You can duplicate just this teal row. So let me give you an example of both. I'm going to go ahead and click on this right here. And what it's going to do, it's going to create these all over again on a column below. Like that. I can do it again. I can keep going as much as I want. Okay, so it will keep going, but also it will interfere with your background because it's stretching out the background at the same time. Now, in order just to delete these, you would go to the teal part and just click on trash. And we can do this again by trash. Now, or this one right here, sorry. So now remember, if you want to duplicate the entire blue row, you would just click on this right here. So now it's sort of creating this effect all over again. So it's just copying the entire row all over again. So it's making it pretty easy. And remember, you can add different icons in here to sort of, you know, give the website some design. So you guys can see right now, it has that cool, really arc design. So that's pretty neat. A lot of websites are starting to add that now. So I'm going to go ahead and just trash this right now. Okay. Right now I'm going to pause the video, guys. I'm going to take a quick break. I do that a lot in my videos. I don't know how those other guys do like 3-hour videos. Maybe they just don't tell the audience. So I will be right back, guys. All right, guys, I am back. Now let's continue. So the next section right here is this phone right here, and they have this text. Now I hope just by looking at it, you guys can already understand how to make it. So this right here, it looks like a 2-column row. This is an image. This is a text, a divider, a text, and a button. Okay. So let's go over here and just create that. So in order to create a new row, just click on this little blue icon, regular, and 2-column, just like that. So right here, we want to put our image, and right here, we want to put our text. And when you first put it on, it might come out a little weird, but you know, don't worry. You can edit it later. So under the image URL, just click on upload. And I believe we have the picture of the phone. So go ahead and upload the picture of the phone, and you'll see it right there. And you want to make sure it's a PNG file when you upload these files, because the PNG files, they don't have that white background. It's just the object. Now, if it's a JPEG file, it's going to have that white background. So it's going to look bad if you have a different background that's not white. So that being said, we might need to change this background color, right? We kind of want it to match with this black color right here. So it'll have that sort of design that, that it's sort of like, like combined, So in order to get that effect, we're going to go to this little checkbox right here, the gear, and under our background color, we can put black, just like that. So you guys can see that the phone looks good. It looks like it's connecting. Now, a little quick tip, I'm going to show you guys how to upload a video. So for example, you see how it says background video MP4 right there? We can just upload a video. So let's go ahead and click on upload. And you guys can actually get videos from a website called videvo.net. You guys can check my blog on my website, where I give you guys a lot of websites where you guys can go for images. So, or here on my blog, under the Divi theme 3.0 tutorial for WordPress, you guys will get all sorts of, these are hosting companies you can use. These are websites where you can get videos such as videvo.net, unsplash.com, or if you want those premium ones, iStockPhoto, which you'll have to pay for, but you'll get those like really cool ones like the ink in the water and stuff like that. So if you're looking for something like that, you might want to check out iStockPhoto. So let's go back to my website right here, and I'm going to click on upload files, select files, and I'm going to upload the picture of the pink ink. So over here, I believe it is, let's see where I put it. It's here somewhere. I have so many folders. Okay, pink ink right here. And I'm going to click on open. And it is uploading. So this is like 47 megs. So it is a little bit bigger. So it does take time to, upload to the server. So that being said, guys, I'm also going to teach you all how to do the full screen layouts as well. And also the pre-made layouts. So, just don't forget about that. You guys can also sell those pre-made layouts, and I will get to that in just a little bit when we get to the contact us page section. So I know I haven't gone over too much crazy stuff yet, but don't worry, I will cover everything in this tutorial. So this thing is almost going. And a little quick quiz for you guys while you're watching that. I bet you guys can sort of start to figure out now what modules I used here. So right here, I used 4 sliders, and I took out all the custom width, so they're all clumped together. And right here, I have a text module, another text module, a text module, a button icon, and right here, I just have an image. So it's two columns and then 4 columns. So, I mean, just by looking at websites now, you might start to learn how you can start to create your own websites just by looking at other websites because of the modules. All right, so it is going. It's almost done. So I got this actually from iStockPhoto. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys can go to the blog section. You guys will get a discount. So remember, this is just for, just to show you how it works. So the reason why it's a little slow is because we're in the visual builder page. It will not be like that when we exit it. So if you want that effect like that, and I can put text over this video, that is something to consider. But just for now, we're going to just add in a background video or a background color. So I'm going to do that. I know a lot of people love background colors. All my clients are just like, I want the background color. I'm like, all right, or the background video. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. I'll do it. All right, so let's just go ahead and leave it as black, right? Now, just like here, we have this text module, a divider, text, and button. So let's just go ahead and enter those in. So right here, I'm going to enter in a text module. And I'm going to put get a free iPhone, and we're going to put centered, and we're going to put it as light. Now remember, the text color, we can always change this. This is sort of like a quick option. Like, do you want black or white? It's just a quicker option. So get a free, let's do free as caps, free iPhone 7. Okay. And we'll go ahead and go to the design. Now over here, we're using just the regular text form, or the text font. So we can increase the size like this. Like that. If we make it too big, remember, it's going to do that. But remember how to fix that. We can increase the line height, or we can actually make the row full width. So remember, to do that, you can click on this right here and make the row bigger. So row settings, you can make it full width like that, or you can use a custom width. You know, you can sort of control how close you want it to be together. You see that? You see how we're changing the width right there? And the custom gutter, so I'll basically go over that when we go to our services, but it brings them closer together. It creates this effect right here. See how there's no space in between and all of them are like right next to each other and it looks like 4 big blocks? That is with the custom gutter, and we will go over that on the our services page. All right, so I'll go ahead and just say, you know, this is a good size. I want it there. Like you can do something like that, right? Okay, so next we want to go ahead and add in a divider. So right here, just click on the little plus gray and we'll add in a divider. Remember, the divider is used to create space, but it can also be a design. So we can add in, you know, something around 10 and we can put show the divider. And now we have that little bar right there. Okay, so I'm going to click on this. Next, we will go ahead and click on this again and add in another text module. And they have so many modules, guys. I mean, I actually have another tutorial very soon on this, so stay tuned. So right here, we'll just go ahead and put in some dummy text. So over here, I just put, you know, we are very confident you'll love our service. So we are very love our service. We will rip you off and sell you overpriced phones. We think we are the worst company on the planet. I don't know whoever to put this on, but please use our service so we can give you this free iPhone 7 and you can give it to your family or something. Okay, so I've added that in. Now we can go to the design and we can go ahead and scroll down to the text. So maybe you want to increase the size of this and we can change the font again. So we can put, you know, Bree Serif or something like that. We can make the spacing like that, so we can control the spacing. We can also control, we want it in the center. So one more thing, we want to probably change the color, right? That looks good like that. So that looks pretty good. But we want to center it. I want to make it centered. And also, guys, for these text fonts, you know, these are also bold, italicized, all caps, and underlined. So you can have it something like that. You can, you know, mix and match however you want to do it. The whole point of this tutorial, guys, is not to tell you how to make this website step by step from scratch. Is to sort of show you so you can venture off into the WordPress world and start to develop your own website. So next, I want to actually go to general over here. And you see these settings right here, how the text orientation is left. Let's see, we can do centered or we can do justified, but probably want to do centered. Centered looks better. You know, it just looks more closer, and we can go ahead and close that. Next, we can add in another module. But remember, I did add a lot of spacing right here. So on this other video, on this one right here, there is no spacing. So I'm just letting you guys know that, you know, it will look a little different. But instead of that, we can just add a button. You know, forget the other text. Let's just add a button. So click right here and click on add a button. And remember, the button URL is where you want them to go. So you would need to take the URL from, you know, the contact us page or the about us page and just slap it in there. So for here, we can put, I want the button alignment centered, just like that. And we can put in, you know, the button text would be contact us. Okay, and we can scroll down. And the text color, we'll leave that. The design, we can change that. Remember, just like we changed it up here for this button right here, we can change it just like that. Now, let's just say we're really lazy. Let's just say that, for instance. I'm going to go ahead and just say, you know, I'm going to just delete this module. And I'm just going to clone this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and clone this module. Have a button. Now let's go ahead and drag it down here. Let's go ahead and keep dragging it down here. Drag it, drag it, drag it, drag it, drag it, drag it, and put it right there. There it is. So we need to change it up a little bit. We'll probably do the design as a little bit, we'll do this one right here as white and leave it like that. So that's a good way to skip corners and be lazy like me, right? So we've just made the contact button right there, and we'll actually need to, you know, make sure you have the button URL correct. Don't forget about that. All right. So the next section is called the parallax effect. So the parallax effect is something that looks like this right here. You see how the image, you can sort of see it as we scroll down. Now there are two types, and I will go over both because some people don't know about the true parallax versus the CSS parallax. So to do that, we're just gonna do create a new section, and we're just gonna put regular, and just put a regular full row, just like that. And we'll go ahead and put a text module, just like that. And I'm just gonna put the Divi theme is all you need. Divi theme, just like that. And we can center it. And of course, you guys already know this by now. We can go to the design tab and change the settings. So I want the text font big, like that. All right. And we'll do ahead and do a white color, just like that. And we'll click check. Now it disappeared because we added a white background. It's by default. So let's change that. So over here, this gear, this will basically set the background image for all of this. So I'm going to click on this gear. On their background image, we're going to click on upload, and we're going to upload one of those files that I gave you guys. So go ahead and do that. So right here, it'd be under desktop and Divi tutorial, and we're going to enter in this one right here. Now these are giant images, and they're from unsplash.com. So remember, if you need images that are really nice quality and you want them for free, you can go to unsplash.com. For example, if I type in night sky, you're gonna get all these beautiful images like this, and they're very high quality. So they're great for landing pages. All right, so feel free to check that out. I'm gonna go ahead and include that. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm recording. All right, anyways. So I added this picture in, or I need to click on upload. So now we see it like that. And I bet you're wondering like, okay, that looks kind of strange, but remember, we can stretch it out. We can do whatever we want. So for example, I'm gonna go ahead and click on this and stretch it out. Just like that. So we're stretching it out. Now, another reason, the reason why we can't push it up anymore is because it'll start to make this smaller. So Divi knows that. So it's basically saying, no, you'll have to basically fix the setting, fix the module so you can, so it looks more professional, looks better. So let's go ahead and say now, okay, I want to go ahead and put this text down more. So there's a few ways we can do that. We can do it like this, like that. But remember, we can't push it up into this section because, like I said, it'll crash. It'll look crazy. So now that I've stretched it out, we can sort of, tamper with it accordingly. Oops, that was an accident. That was an accident. So I'll go ahead and push this down again, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to stretch it out, and I'm going to show you guys the parallax effect versus the other effect. Okay, so now that I've stretched this out, let's go ahead and add in the parallax effect. So we have enough space to sort of see the difference. So over here on the settings right here, you can go to scroll down, and we're going to come across what we call is the parallax effect. So right here, you can click on yes. And right now it's under true parallax. So for example, if we scroll down right here, you see how we can sort of start seeing the image right there? Like that, how it's sort of following us. We can see more of the picture. But, in order to see the true parallax, we will need to add another section below it because it'll be easier to describe once we add in a bottom section. So we will come right back to the CSS parallax. But for now, let's just go ahead and add in this section right here. So just by looking at this section, we can tell that this is a text module. This is a divider. This is a blurb. This is a blurb. And this is a blurb. And this right here is an image. And I did use some custom margin to sort of push it away. So we will go over that. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to add a new section. We're going to add a regular section. Now there are specialty sections and full width sections. Full width sections are basically creating those big full landing pages for you. Now there is a con and a pro to do that. The full width sections don't have a lot of control, but it's all automated. So it's very easy. So for beginners, it would probably be, more ideal. But, the fullest sections right here. But I don't want to teach you guys like that. I want to sort of show you guys how you can be very customizable. Because when I first started Divi, I always used the full width header, the full width slider, and the full width image. But as I got better, I realized that if you use these, they're sort of limiting you in a way. But I'll go over that in the next section after we talk about the parallax. Okay. So next here we have this fullest section. We'll go ahead and delete this because I don't want that. And right here, we'll go ahead and make sure that this is 2 rows. And we will add in right here is a text module. So we'll go ahead and put in text. So you guys have seen it's pretty easy so far to make a website, but I will get into a little bit more technicals and a little more difficult things after we cover some of the basics. So what did I put there? Let's copy the font. Simple yet elegant. Simple yet elegant. Okay, and I'll put that in the center right there. So is that in the center? No, it's more to the left. So I put it more to the left right there. So I'll put it to the left. And the design. So I can go ahead and say, all right, let's make the design. And by now you guys are getting pretty comfortable with, adding in these designs. So, we'll change simple yet elegant, and we'll change it probably to a blue color, just like that. Or I actually did like a darker color like that or something like that. Simple yet elegant. And from here, we can probably add in the divider module. We want that line under it to sort of separate it from the blurbs, right? So I'm going to click on this plus sign, and we're going to scroll down, or right here, find the divider section, and we're going to show the divider, and we're going to give it this black color like that. Okay, and from here, we'll just go ahead and under design, divider position, we can do vertically centered, bottom. No, we don't need to use those because I think this is basically just standard for it. We can push this text in the center of it. So I'll show you how to do that right now. We can go to our text module right here. We can actually just do spaces. Yeah, we can just do that instead of actually using the margin. So that's another easier way to do it. Now let's go ahead and add in some more. So below this blurb, or below this, we want to add in 3 blurbs. So a blurb. And over here, I put easy to use. So easy to use. And we'll put user icon. And we'll just put like a, we'll put like a beach thing right there, something like that. But instead this time, we're going to actually put it to the left side like that. Okay. That is such an ugly color. Let's add in like, yeah, there you go. Blue or something, it's such a, or we'll do black. You can never go wrong with black, So, by looking at it, we'll go ahead and make the text a little bit bigger too. So we can go ahead and say, all right, I want the text, which is the header text, this part, we can make that bigger. So for header font size, that is how you control it like that. So easy to use, something like that. We'll make it a little bit bigger. And remember, we can also make the icon bigger as well. So we can click on use icon font size, and we can adjust the size of this icon as well. Okay, so that's another way you can get customizable with the Divi theme. Now if you scroll down all the way to the bottom, under the general settings, we can actually start putting some text. So the Divi theme is very easy to use. This tutorial is really bad, and no, I can't put that. So really good. I can't be too negative, So we'll do. I like to play video games on the computer and waste my time because I really enjoy it. Just like that. All right. And remember, we can duplicate this. So you can sort of, you have all the options saved already. So we can just go ahead and just duplicate this like that. And then from there, you can sort of, get customizable. You can say, okay, easy to use. Maybe something like, this was easy. This was easy, like that. And this module right here, it actually moved. So we might want to move this up. Now, sometimes, guys, it's hard to sort of get the modules in place. I will give you that. So we will go ahead and try to do that. So I want to put this under right there. There you go. So it moved. It looks pretty good, but it's a little too close to this now. You guys see that? So we can actually change this under right here. So we can go ahead and put a custom margin. So we can put the design, scroll up right here. Now the custom margin, maybe I want that to be around like 10%. There you go. So you see how I just created space between the divider and the text right there? Because I'm selected on the blurb setting. So I'm on this setting and I said I want a 10% margin between the divider. So I'm gonna click on check. So we made this section. I mean, this already looks really good. Now let's go ahead and just select an image. So these images actually came from Monterey Premier. I got it from their website, so full credit goes out to them. The image right here, image URL, and upload files and select files. And we're going to select the picture of those really cool looking, I think website templates or something like that. Let me see here. Is it this one? Oh, right there. Yeah. So these ones look good. So I'm going to click on open. Yeah, these are from a company called Monterey Premier, and I guess they make Divi theme or Divi layouts. So they basically make websites and then they resell the layouts. So you already have to have the Divi theme though to get those layouts, but you can actually make your own designs and kind of sell them, you know, so that's pretty cool. So there it is, guys. We have the picture right there. It looks pretty good. You know, we can add a lot of it like a link URL. So for example, if somebody clicks on this image, you can have a specific URL where it would go to. You can add in alternative text. That is more for SEO purposes. The animation, you can put from like top to bottom. You can put fade in. Now the remove space below the image doesn't work all the time. So I would probably just, you know, not use that for now. But in certain cases, you will have to use it. Now we can also center this. We can make the image right. Now the reason why it's not moving is because the image already exceeds the space. So we can go ahead and change that if we would like. You see how the box right there is covered? But if we make this full row, or if we make it, you know, like a custom width, it's going to change drastically. So let's go ahead and leave it as make this row full width. And now you guys can see this looks very professional. We might need to change this stuff a little bit. So we can go ahead and add some spaces like that. There you go. So, I mean, guys, it's so easy to use. Like, this is going to change WordPress as we know it. Like, it's just going to, like, become the #1 thing. Everyone's just going to start using Divi because I used a lot of themes, and I got to be honest, I was just, like, this was incredible. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the true parallax effect up here. So this is basically the regular parallax. So we can see that the image sort of follows. But let's go ahead now and talk about the CSS parallax. So over here, I'm going to click this little checkbox. Click on, I'm going to go ahead and scroll down really quick. Now, right now it's under true parallax. So remember, that is the effect that it gives you the picture sort of following. You see how right here, you can start seeing more of the picture. Now let's go ahead and change this to CSS parallax. All right. So I'm going to check this right here, and I'm going to scroll and show you guys what it looks like. So I'm scrolling, and I keep scrolling, and you see how the page ends like that? I'm taking the image with me. See that? How it goes back when I scroll up? Now, there are some techniques to this, guys. It's not a bad feature. For example, I've seen websites where they have dishes falling, and then up here, they're going to have more dishes falling. So they're creating this effect that like dishes are falling on the website. So you just have to really be creative with what you're trying to do and accomplish. But you can, you know, get a, you know, just Google examples of CSS parallax effect to sort of help you get more ideas, because it does look sort of strange, but it is not a bad feature. I've seen some very, very good ideas with it. Now I'm going to change it back to the regular parallax effect. True parallax, which is a more common one. Like that. Okay. So the next thing we also need to do is these blurbs aren't aligned properly with this text right here. So let's fix that. So we need to actually indent the margin. So over here under the module settings, you can go to your design, go ahead and scroll down right there. Keep scrolling. There we go. Now you see how it says left right here? We want to actually increase the margin. So we can do maybe around 15%. Now that's too much, but maybe 10% would be good. 10%. Now you see how it's aligned perfectly. So this is another way how you can position the blurbs where you want them to be on the page. So, you know, that's just an example of one. You guys can probably do it for the next two. Next, let's go ahead and add in some of those circular icons. So something that looks like this right here. Maybe you guys have seen these like on other websites. We can have these on our page. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and click on this blue icon right here. Click on regular, and we want to do 4. And this module is called, I believe it's the, not the bar counters, it is the circle counters. So this is one of the icons we have right here, and we could put like our sales, something like that. And what number do you want it to show? So you can put maybe 19%, and you don't have to have a percent sign. You can just go ahead and say 19. So if you want to talk about your company, maybe they have a certain amount of employees, or conversion rates, or satisfaction, whatever you want to talk about, you can have a percent sign. So we have around 98%. customer satisfaction or sales conversion. That's fine. Now you can change the text color. You can change the bar background color. So for example, we want this to be blue. All right. And we can just go to our design right here. And you can, like I said, you can get really customizable. You know, the circle color, you can change the circle color on it. We can change the circle color opacity. We can change the title font for it and the font size. We can make it bigger. We can make it smaller. Now, again, it's doing that effect right here. And when you guys are making websites, you guys need to remember that you have to make this row full width or increase the row width. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at 50 pixels, which looks a little too big, but not to worry, we'll change it. And we have the letter spacing. So remember, the letter spacing is in between these right here. The line height will actually make this taller. And we can have even a number font. You know, we can have a certain type of font for the number like that. You know, we can have all sorts of cool stuff. So like I said, you can go to these options right here. By now, you guys probably understand how to use it because a lot of the design settings are the same. So I'm going to click on check, and I'm just going to actually just copy this. So I'm going to copy it. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to copy this again. I'm going to just drag it over. Whoops. It's this little one right here, like that. I mean, this is going to save you so much time, guys. It's going to save you a drastic amount of time instead of going to the back editor or manually creating it by scratch. Now, we can actually see how the row is small right there. Remember, row settings will make this bigger. So we can go to row settings, make this full width. Now, we can also do like a custom gutter. So for example, I talked about that earlier, and what that'll do is that it's sort of, you see how they're sort of getting closer to each other in a way? So you can make that bigger, but it's actually better to see with images. So we will get to that in a little bit on our services page. So the custom width, you guys can increase the custom width as well. You guys can make it smaller. You know, like you can get really creative. Now it looks like the text is just too big in this case. So we might have to, you know, change the text for those because it's just too big for the modules. Now, if that were just one module or two modules, it might show. So let's change that. So I'm going to say, you know, I want this in 2 modules. So now I'll go ahead and click over here, and we'll make this a little bit bigger. We'll space the line spacing out, or the height. Let me see here how we can change that. Let me see here. So for this module, we will go ahead and do something like we'll try to change the gutter width. That'll probably help. You know, it just looks like the text is just too big for the module, so we'll probably have to just reduce the size of the text. So we can go over here and go to, or no, row designs, sorry. So we'll have to click on the module itself and then just make the text smaller because it's just too big. So the text font size, we can just leave it something like, you know, like that. And, you know, right here, we'll obviously just change that back to the four column row like that. So remember, in order to change this, we can just delete these. Like that, and we'll just duplicate this again, and we will go ahead and put it over there. Duplicate that again, put it over there, and duplicate this one again, and we will move this one over here. Now let's go ahead and add in a background image. So maybe you guys want to have like a background image for this, right? So remember, to add a background image, you're just gonna click this gear icon and click a background image. And remember, you can also add in a video. So now you guys have seen that the has a background image to it. You can actually change these all to white to make it look a little bit better. So let's just do one for example. We'll click on this one right here, and in the text color, we'll put light. So now that looks much better. So this looks much better. I'm gonna go ahead and just delete these. I can't leave them as black. It just looks so bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate these, and I'm just going to put these over here. Drop them over there, and you guys can see the page shrinks with it too. And we'll grab this one over here, and we'll just put this one over here, just like that. All right, so that is how you add in those circular icons. So next, let's go ahead and add in another section. We will go ahead and add in the video section. So maybe you want to add in YouTube videos. Maybe you want to add in a video of your company. Well, there's a lot of ways to do it with the video module. So I'm going to click on regular right here and click on these two. And Over here, we can put something like a text module to talk about the video. And then over here, we'll introduce the video module, which there's, like I said, there's a lot of different ways. You can copy and paste, you can upload, depends on your server. So we will go ahead and on this one right here, we will add in the text module, just like that. And like check out our company culture. I like to leave all of them on capital, you know, check out our company culture. Most people actually capitalize every word when it's something like that. And we can design this. So let's go ahead and say, all right, I want this in the center. For the design, I want to maybe make this bigger. Something like, we'll do something really big. Because remember, we'll actually spread out this row so it won't look like that. And we'll change this to, let's just do purple this time. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's the background image. I'll do clear. And we need to find the text. So I think I passed it. Yeah, there it is, text color. We'll do like, we'll do blue. All right, so I'll click on this. Now I'll make this row a little bit bigger. So I'm gonna click on this icon, make this row full width. And now it looks like I need to actually increase the space. So the letter height is not good. So let's change that. So right here, I'm gonna click on this icon right here and go to design. And then we'll go to letter line height. So we'll actually kind of start increasing. Oh, you know what? It's because of this row is a little bit smaller. So it's sort of forcing it. So for example, we can change that. Let's just go ahead and add the video in, and the video will create more space. So I'll click on add a new module, and we'll go ahead and scroll down. Keep scrolling, and we'll find the video module. Video. All right. So remember, there's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can add in the video, the URL of the video. So for example, if you go to YouTube and you just put in the YouTube video, for example, I'll just go to YouTube right now and we'll go to one of my videos. So I'll go to my channel and I'll just go ahead and add in this one right here. All right, so I'm going to copy this and I will go ahead and just paste it in there. Bloop, just like that. So you now see how the video is showing there. So now the video shows, you can actually, upload the entire video, but for something like this, we can just go ahead and, upload that video. We don't need to embed it anymore with the Divi theme. So that's a really cool feature. Now right here, we might need to just press enter. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, we can do something like that. You know, we can enter. We can just make the text smaller maybe, like I said, there's a lot of different ways we can approach this to make it look a little bit better. We can do the design. Maybe we want to make it a little bit smaller. Something like this. Or, we can do something, increase the letter spacing. That's the header. So the line spacing, we can do, something like that. I think that looks better right there. And then right here, maybe we can add in small blurbs or something like that. You want to add in something right there. No, that does look kind of ugly. Check out our culture. Check out our culture. You guys get the idea. So by now, you guys know how to add in more blurbs. So I don't want to I don't want to make more blurbs because I've already gone over that right here. So remember, for the same thing we did up here, you can do the same exact thing. Okay. So I'm going to just skip this section, but that is how you would add in videos to with the Divi theme. So next, let's go ahead and go to our other section right here, which is this big section right here where we have the picture of this iMac. We have a picture of this number counter. Now, just by looking at this now, I hope you guys are starting to learn that this is a picture. Now, this is a 2-column row. This is a bar counter, a text, a divider, a text, another text, and a contact us. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we will do the footer section, which is this section right here, and we'll be done with the front page. So I'm going to go ahead and add in another section right here, add in the regular, and I'm going to add in these two right here. So right here, I want the picture of the iMac. So I'm going to go ahead and put in image, and I'm going to upload the image URL. And then you guys can check the files that I gave you guys. So I'm going to actually go over here and check the file of the iMac. Let's see where I put it. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So there is the picture right there. I'm uploading it, and it's a PNG file, guys. So remember, it doesn't matter what color I have for the background. It will look good. It will look, it will fit on all sort of colors. All right, so it's almost uploading. It's almost done. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and upload that image. So there's the image right there. Now I might want to make this row full width. I already know that it's probably going to be full width because the text would not probably fit in here. So let's go ahead and just say, all right, make this row full width, and it automatically increases with the picture increases with the size. See that? So if we hover over it, you can see the box. So for example, we can go ahead and change this background color right here. We can change it to maybe, you know, gray. And you see how the image just blends in. We don't need to make those you know, those customizations. It just blends because this is a PNG file. Okay. So next we want to click on this little plus right here, and we need to actually find the circle bar counter. So the circle counter. All right. So we're gonna put you know, number of sales, number of sold iMacs. That's a good one, huh? We'll put like you know, we'll actually not use a percent sign. So we can put something like 2,000 or 2,300, you know, something like that. So you guys can see the bar will change. So that is a cool feature that you guys can use. And just like before, you can edit this. You can change the text color, the background color. But from here on out, I'm not going to do that anymore because I feel that you guys kind of already know how to design everything. Remember, these are all the same. So remember the title font, the text fonts, you guys can make it bigger, smaller. So from here, you guys can sort of start to learn how to do it. But I'm going to actually add in now another text widget. I believe it's a text widget, right? Yeah, so another text widget. So we'll add in another text, and we'll put number of happy customers. Something like this. We'll center it, and we'll put light. Number of happy customers. And we can go click on the design, and we will make the text font size a little bigger. A little bigger like that. So that's pretty good. You know, we can add something like that. Or we can make it a little bit bigger maybe, and it will start to shrink. But yeah, that looks good. So number of happy customers. And then we'll click on this little box. We can add in another divider right here. So for example, right here, we can put, we will help you get sales. So let's see right here. We'll add another one right here, but we will help you get sales. Actually, we probably should add a divider under here. I think a divider would look better, right? Maybe like a white divider. So let's do that instead. So I'm going to hover over this, click on this little thing right here, and add a divider. The divider sort of makes it, it just gives it a look. You know, it just gives it a really cool look. Like that. And then from here, we can add in more text. So I'm gonna click on this, you know, add in a text, and then we'll add in a call to action button. So scroll down and find a text. All right, and I'll go ahead and just, you know, center the text, put lights, and, you know, we are mini iMacs to our customers. We love our customers. We sell many iMacs and have very good customer service. Come check out our shop on Amazon.com, where we will sell you very cheap iMacs. Okay, just like that. Now we can also go back to design, and over here I kind of want to introduce a new feature. So I'm gonna go ahead and the max width we can put as like, you know, 100 pixels. You see how the text gets small like that? Is because we're basically saying we want only a space of 100 pixels. But let's just say we want 300 pixels. You see how it's more space? So we can sort of get a little bit more creative with the max width. So maybe 500 pixels would be good. Something like that, right? 500 max pixels, maybe add in a little bit more content, but we can also make it bigger to sort of fill in some more space. So under the text font size, we can sort of increase that. And that's a little too big, maybe just like 20 pixels. Something like that, right? So remember, that's what the max width does. It increases the maximum space of the text. So 600 looks pretty good. And I'm gonna click on check. And now let's just go ahead and add in a little button icon. So right here, we can go ahead and just say, you know, I want this centered. And you know what we can also do? We can also steal the other one that we did up here. Where's the other one? We can just go ahead and just copy this one. And let's just drag this one, you know, let's be lazy. You know, we'll just scroll down, just keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. Let's see here. There we go. And we'll add it right there. All right, and then we'll just delete this one. There you go. So that's how we can start being lazy with the Divi theme. We can basically create buttons and just have it all do everything for us. So next we're gonna do our contact us section. So, and then we'll do our widget section, and then we will talk about the menu. So we will go to add a new section. And over here, I hope you guys can already tell what this is. So this is a blurb, this is a blurb, and this is a blurb. And then this below is a text module, and then this is the contact form. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll add in regular. We'll add in three rows. So we're gonna add a blurb in each, okay? And remember, we can control the space and everything. So blurb, and I'm gonna put our address, and we can add a URL, and we'll use an icon, and we will put something like a home icon for us. So for example, they have so many icons to choose, it's amazing. So let's put this right here, and we'll actually have to put it to the left, just like that. And yeah, I think that's probably it for now. So our address, and then we can go ahead and put in your address right here. So 3989, the best streets, Los Angeles, CA, and then we'll put unit number, and then the zip code, just like that. So we've created this right here. Now we can also change the icon size to make it a little bit bigger. So in the design, you can do use icon font size, and we can make it a little bit bigger like that, right? So we can make it bigger, and we can also make the header font size a little bigger like that, our address. And we can do the same thing for our body font size, something like that. Okay, so now I've shown you how to do one. I'm sure you guys can do the other, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and just copy this, and we can copy it again. Now this is also a standard way to do it. I mean, this looks pretty clean, but I'm gonna go put it over here, just like that. And I'm going to take this and just drag it over like that. And from there, you guys can basically customize the other two, because I've shown you how to do one. It's pretty simple. Next, you wanna go ahead and add in the contact form. So for example, I'm gonna click on this right here and click on a new row, and we'll add in the contact form. So I'm gonna scroll down to the contact form. Whoop. So I think I missed it. Probably C for contact, right? There it is, the contact form. And you guys have noticed I should have probably added in the text module above that. So I'm gonna click on X, and we're gonna delete this. And we're actually gonna add in the text module. So I'll click right here. I'll add in the text module. You know, like contact us, or feel free to contact us. So for example, text orientation, I'll put center, and put feel free to contact us. And then we'll go to the design, and we will make the font a little bit bigger. So the text font size, something like that. We can change the color to maybe all black. And then we will add the section below that. So over here, we'll click on this, and we'll click on the contact form. So that looks pretty cool. And remember, for the design, you can make all sorts of customizations, but by now, these are a little bit tedious. So I'm sure you guys know how to edit this. Also, you can edit the button right here. So this would be the custom styles for the button. So you can't drag the other one over, because this one is for this specific section. Under the general settings for your email, you'll just basically, you know, you can put in your, like, the email for your field ID, your title address. So you see how it says email address right there, the email type, you know, the email field. I believe this is where you put your actual email in. Oh no, this is just where you clarify it. So like I said, you guys can, you know, make it full width. You guys can get really creative with this. So I'm going to close this. Now, in order to make this go to your correct email, you need to put your email address there, and also any other information that you might want to put from that message. This will be the success message. So when they send you a correct message, they will receive anything that you put in here. Like, yeah, you sent the message, congratulations, you know. So other than that, guys, I think that is basically how you set up the content form. And this does work. It does go to your inbox. It does not go to spam. I've used it before. Now let's actually get a little bit more creative. So I want to sort of connect those arcs again to this page. So let's do that. Under this little setting tab right here, I want to go click on background image, and I want to click on this one. You see how those arcs right there are photoshopped so we can have this gray color? So I'm going to click on selected background image. Now I want to select the color so we can sort of see, oh, look at that, almost something like that. There you go. And click on save. So now we have that really cool design that it's sort of following the page, and it looks really creative. It looks really good. So that is how you get those arcs on the Divi theme. There is another feature, but I will go over that after we cover the widgets. So let's go ahead and save this progress. So click on this purple arrow right here and click on save. And I will also cover how to get pre-made layouts. I will cover how to load really cool pages onto your website. In fact, you can even sell them. So I will cover all of this in the next few pages. So let's go ahead and scroll up right here. So let's take a look at our website. You know, it's actually coming along very well. Now, the reason why his head is cut off is because this menu is white. We can actually change the menu right here. So let's go ahead and change the menu before we get into the widgets. So over here on your little howdy button, you can click on theme customizer. Now, just like I talked about before, we can create vertical menus, we can create transparent menus, we can sort of create whatever you're looking for your business. So for this section right here, you want to click on header and navigation, and you can also click on header format. These are all the options you need for your menu. So for example, we'll click on header format, and you see here it says enable vertical navigation. That will give it that look right there of being vertical. And you can sort of change it, you know, if you don't want that. You can hide the navigation until scrolling. So for example, if they scroll, then they will see the menu. But for now, it will just be a blank. So you can add that to sort of give your website like a more like a clean look. But let's go ahead and take that off. And the header style. So you can make it centered. You can make it center in line with the logo. So this right here will be your logo. And then these two will be, you know, your logo will be in between the menu. Or you can have it slide in, which if you click on it, it'll do something like that. You can also do the full screen look, where it would look something like this right here. So whatever sort of approach you're looking for, and you can actually change the colors for this and all sorts of customizations. So for now, we will just do the, we'll just do the default one just for now, just for the basics. And then once you're comfortable, you can sort of edit it, get very customizable. Now let's go ahead and go back and go to primary menu bar. So this is the primary menu bar up here. And there's a lot of things that we can do. We can make it full width. See how the menu now is full width? Or we can hide the logo image. So maybe you just want to have just like a look like that, where you can, you know, just very clean and simple. Now you can change the menu height as well. You can make it big, you can make it small. You can change the logo max height. And a good place to get a logo, guys, I'm not going to recommend Logo Maker anymore. You've already spent money on the Divi theme. You probably want a premium logo, right? So where do you get that? Well, you're going to go to Fiverr.com. You're going to go to Fiverr.com and you can just go ahead and put in logo. Something like that. And these guys will make these logos for you for just $5. So, I mean, you can get a logo that looks something like this right here. For example, we'll just click on this one right here. These guys will make logos like this for just $5. Now they can give you really cool customizations for more than $5, but if you're looking for something quick and basic, I would recommend just spending $5 to get a logo that looks really cool, really dynamic. These guys are pretty good at making logos. So what's $5? You know, it's like a cup of coffee at Starbucks, right? So that is where you'd probably get a logo. Now, I will talk about where you upload it, but for now, let's keep going with the menu. So remember, you can also change the font. You see how the font changes right here? You can change the font. So maybe you want RMO, and you can change the font style. So bold, underline, italicize, all caps, whatever you want. You can change the text color. So right here, you can have, all black, you can have purple, you can have blue. Now the link color. So if somebody clicks on the link, what color do you want that to be? So for example, if I do purple, and well, I'm gonna have to click on this, but I don't want to. If I click on it, this about us will now be purple for the rest. And then for example, they click on our services, it will stay purple. So the background color. Now the background color, you can actually make transparent. So this is a cool trick. You can, whoop, there you go. So now we have the forehead of Robert Downey Jr. So this is how you control the transparency. So a lot of people do this, where they just want the full screen picture and they just sort of make the menu transparent, but it's still visible. So that's also a good technique as well. The drop-down menu, that is for if you create a sub-menu, there'll be a drop-down menu right here. So the background of that color will be whatever color you put in here. So I'll get to that in a little bit as far as drop-down menus. So a drop-down menu text color, that would be also, if you made a drop-down menu, it would look a certain way. And you can have the drop-down animation as well. You can sort of create different animations for drop-down menus. So, that's it for the primary menu bar. It seems pretty basic and pretty standard. I like the transparent look. I think it's clean and easy. So let's go ahead and go back now, and we'll do the secondary menu bar. So the secondary menu bar is another bar that goes above this. So we need to activate it first. So under fixed navigation, it's under the header elements. We'll probably want to add in like the social icons and the phone number to make it active. So something like that. So this right here is the other bar. We're going to, you can have that. So, call us, and then you put like, 818, something like that. Then you can put an email. So that is how you activate the secondary menu bar. Okay. So we'll go back over here, and you can, like I said, make changes to the secondary menu bar. You can do whatever you would like. It's just the same as the first. So there is no difference. All the settings are the same as the primary menu bar. Let's go ahead and go back. Fixed navigation. Like I said, the same settings. So feel free just to check it out. But I want to show you all how to create a drop-down menu. So I'm going to click on Save and Publish. All right, now let's go ahead and create a drop-down menu. And we can actually do that from this section right here. So under menus, right here, menu 1, in order to create a drop-down menu, you're just simply going to take this right here and just drag it over there under it. So now you see how the About Us is gone, but if we scroll over home, you see the About Us right there? That is how you create a drop-down menu. So maybe you want to do something like our products or our services and have a list of services that you offer. That is how you would create a drop-down menu. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and scroll back. I'll put that back there and click on Save and Publish. So now let's take a look at our menu. Actually, go back. Really quick, let's go over these settings really fast while we're here. So the general settings, the site identity. This would basically give your site a name. So you want to probably put your URL right here and your tagline and then your site icon. So for example, a site icon, I'll put this right here and click on select. Now you see at the top right here how it says, when you go to a website and you see that logo, like for example right here, you see the YouTube sign, here you see the Fiverr sign. So this will give you a logo for your website. And I'll just click on crop image. And there you go. So now the image is right there. Whenever someone visits my website, it will look like that. I'll go ahead and go back. Now layout settings, you can have a box width look to your website, something like this. Now, if you like that look, you can keep it. I personally think it is an older look. Now, a lot of this does conflict with our current settings because remember, we did make this for a full width. So you will actually need to go back and edit it for the box layout. All right. So I'm going to click on check. And these other settings, like I said, feel free to mess around with them. It's basically just making more row heights. But personally, if you've already made the website the way you want, I would not recommend the customization settings at all. So next you have your default. And what these do is they change them for the entire page. So I don't like to mess with these settings because I don't want, like, for example, the header text size to be the same everywhere. I don't want that. So I always neglect these settings, and I also neglect the background. So the background will actually set a background, but these are really old settings that I wouldn't recommend because I want more control of my website. You know, I don't want to just one fits all, you know, kind of approach. I wouldn't want that. So next you have our footer, which we will talk about in a second. The buttons, like I said, all these settings right here, I would not use. I just would not use because it's going to basically change the settings for all of the work. And you don't really want that to happen because it's not really, you know, we don't want it to change for everything that we've done. So I would kind of stay away from the customization and just stick with the visual builder and the Divi builder. I personally don't like the settings they have to offer on this section because, like I said, it just conflicts with your other work. So next, let's go ahead and go to footer. So the footer menu. So the footer menu is this section right here, and we will have to insert some widgets on the bottom section right there. So let's go back over here, and we will go to widgets, and you see where it says footer area 1. Go ahead and click on that right there, and click on add a widget. So now we're actually going to start decorating our footer area. So for example, our text icon, we can add in like a little about us, you know, or our return policy. Oops, sorry about that. So our return policy. We never offer returns. We just take your money. We just take your money and sell you bad products. Yay for us. All right, and if we scroll down right here, I'm going to scroll all the way down. So now you guys can see that this is our footer section, and I'm sure you've seen this on other websites. So this is our title, and this is our content. And I'm going to show you all how to add in social icons at the bottom, as well as like a Facebook like box. But remember, Divi already comes with these standards, so it's up to you if you want to keep them or not. So I'm going to click on Save and Publish. And let's say we want to add in a second one. You know, I had a client that says she really uses pages all the time. So I know I never use pages. I never use this widget, but you know, people out there use it. So if you scroll down, I added the pages widget, and it adds all of the pages on our website for us. So that is another way you can customize. Now there are some complex ways you can design the footer, but in this tutorial, I will not go over that because it is a little bit too advanced. I will have a tutorial on it coming soon because I feel that once you guys get more comfortable using this theme, you might want to venture off into the more advanced settings. So footer area 3, I'm gonna click on add a widget, and you know, we can add in something like let's see right here, like a custom menu maybe. Well, it would basically just take our other menu, so we wouldn't use this. So let's go ahead now and get some plugins. We're gonna get some plugins now for our website so we can put in this section right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just delete this right here. We're gonna click on Save and Publish, and now let's go ahead and get some widgets for our website. All right, so I clicked on X, and I'm going to actually click on this little purple thing and click on Save. If you guys have noticed, we haven't really even used the back end. We've just been using the front end. So that's pretty incredible. And after we do the widgets, I will introduce the CSS script that I've promised everybody, because I know people have been emailing me like, how did you do that, man? And I'm like, don't worry, I'll show you guys. So I'll go over here to the dashboard, and we'll go to our plugins, and we'll go to add new. So plugins are basically extra features that you can add to your website. So for example, I'll type in Access Press Social Icons. All right, so you guys can see this has some really good, you know, has some really good social icons. So click on Install Now. All right, it's installing. All right, and we're gonna click on Activate. Okay, so in order to use this, the social icons, we're gonna go over here and click on Social Icons, Access Press Social Icons. Now what this does is that it creates those icons at the bottom. So it's very simple to use. So click on Add New. And we will actually go ahead and just do Choose from Available Themes. And you guys can actually choose the style of the icons you want. So maybe you want something like these you know, I guess the hexagon, right? Hexagon. So we'll do that. Now for Facebook, so you need to go find Facebook. Go right there and enter in, enter in the pixel you want it. So 50 by 50, something like that. And Facebook. And what is your Facebook page? So you need to enter in your Facebook page. So I'm going to enter in mine right here. I'm going to enter in one of my Facebook pages right here, or I'm going to go into over here. And I'm going to go to my fan page, and I'm going to take this link right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it back in that, the icon link. So I'm going to paste it. Okay. So I've done one. So that is how you would do one. Now I'm just going to save this because I can spend a lot of time with these icons. So I'm going to just leave just one. So that's how you create an icon. So next we're going to scroll down and just do the save icon set. I think we need to give it a name. All right, I think we need to give it a name. Yeah, right here. So we'll enter in TASS, TASS. And then we'll just go ahead and do save icon set. So we only have one, so only one icon is going to show, okay? And we don't need to worry about these short codes because we're actually just going to use the widget section to make it easier for us. So click on visit site and go down to widgets. Actually, no. Well, you can do it this way too. So remember how we have footer area 1 and footer area 2? Footer area 3, we can actually just use the widgets. So right here, we can take the Access Press social icons and then just drag it over to footer area 3. And we can choose the set, which I made as TASS, and then we'll just put follow us and click on save. So do you understand what I did there? So I basically created a, I created a social icon set, but only one's going to show because I only used Facebook. And then I put it in footer area 3. So if you click on the widgets under appearance, you'll be brought to this page. Okay. You can also get there through the customizer. So there's two ways you can do it. So let's go back to the way we're doing it before. So we can go over here to theme customizer, which is just another way of finding the widgets. So over here under widgets, footer area 3, same thing. And you guys can see that the social icons is already there. So now let's go ahead and scroll down and see what it does. So boop. So there it is. So the footer, the icon is right there. So that is basically, how you would add in social icons. Feel free to add in all of them. You can add in, 4 or 5. Now, really quick, guys, when you're opening your customizer right here, I saw a quick little, error. This only appears when you're customizing. This is not how your website really looks. So if you see these words clumped together, don't panic, don't worry. When we close this, it will not be like that. Remember, this is just forcing the page to be a little bit closer, okay? So next we want to go ahead and add in maybe a, I don't know, there's so many plugins you guys can add in. You guys can add in Instagram. You guys can add in, I don't even know. They have so many icons, but let's just do a Facebook like box. Maybe you want a Facebook like box. So let's go ahead and do that. So under our dashboard, we'll need to go to plugins. We'll go to add new. Over here, just type in Facebook like box. Just like that. And I believe this one works pretty well. There are some that don't work really well. I don't even know why they're on the market, but some just have really bad success rates. So we've added in the widget like box. Now, in order to get there, remember, we can go to our widgets or we can go to our customizer. So let's go to our appearance and go to widgets now. All right, and you're going to see the Facebook like box appear. So we can put this under footer area 4. We can click on add a widget, or we can drag and drop, whatever you'd prefer. So I'm going to go put it on footer area 4. So like us. Now you might want to put the page ID there. So I'll go ahead and just put in mine right there. The width, you can probably put 180, 300. That sounds pretty good. So we'll go ahead and click on save. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the Facebook like box. All right. Whoop. So there it is. So now we have the Facebook like box. And remember, guys, you can actually, remember how we had width? Let me show you again really quick, just so you guys know how to do that. So we can increase the width under our widgets. Go to widget area 4, the like box. remember the width. So we can make it, 220. We can make the height bigger. We can make it however big we want it to add. So remember that when you're doing this, so you'll want it to sort of conflict with your other widgets. So we'll go back and visit site. So we've made it a little bit bigger. We made it bigger by maybe 40 pixels. So we'll go back there and you guys can see that that this does look a little bit bigger. Okay. One more thing I want to show you all is how to add in a full width image and a full width layout. So for example, you can create something like this in a matter of seconds. However, the big con to it is that you get less customization. So I'll introduce you to the full width section. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Enable Visual Builder. Just like that. And then we're going to add in this new section. We can add in a section anywhere. So right here, we'll enter in full width and we'll do a full width header, or we'll do a full width, full width header. So, welcome to the Divi theme. Learn all about the Divi theme. We will do light color, and text and color orientation we'll put center, and we'll make this, actually for now we'll make this dark, and we'll make this full screen. So remember, this is how you can make a landing page in a matter of seconds. So text right here, we'll put contact us, URL, and then buy now. And then for the background image, we can just go ahead and slap on any image right there. Just like that. So you guys can see how this can be your landing page. But when I was a beginner, I loved doing this. Now I don't like it too much because you really can't customize it too much. You really can't move the stuff around as much as you wanted to. You can't add things over here. You can't add things over here. But still, you can add in like an overlay effect. So for example, there's a new feature right here called the background overlay color. And right here, we can go ahead and say, maybe I want this more purple. And we can make it transparent to sort of make the image appear like that. You see that? So that is another really cool effect. You can actually have the parallax effect here. So let's go ahead and add in a logo image URL. So we can add in maybe a big image right here. So I'll click on upload, upload files, select files, and we will go to our, I'll add in this one right here. Click on open and upload the image. So now we have this, cool image. We can have something below it. We can have something above it. But remember, like I said, you really can't do too much customization to it. That's why I kind of don't like it too much. But then again, it is still really cool. So also, I'm going to delete this right here. And there's also another URL you can enter this in. You can enter it above here, and this will show up above your text. So let me show you an example. So we can have something that looks like that. Now over here, we can sort of get a little bit more customizable, We can change this font. We can make it look better. Now this looks like a really cool landing page. In fact, on one of my videos, I actually used the same technique. So in order to change these settings, we will have to go back to the settings up here. So like I said, it's very limited on what you guys can do. But if you're a beginner, it is very easy. So click on these module settings and the gray one. And like I said, we can go ahead and do design. And all these are very similar to the settings. So like I said, feel free to edit the font color. Make it white. We can make the subheading color white. And we can also make the this content white. And we can also increase the size. So remember the title font size. We can add something like this right there. And for the subheading color, we can change that to white, maybe increase the size a little bit. So for example, we'll probably say, I want a little bit bigger than that. Oh, for the content size, we don't have anything in there yet. So it's just the subheading font size. And remember, we scroll down. Remember how we customized the buttons earlier? You guys can do that with this page right here. So that is how you would create a landing page. Very simple, very easy with the full width header module. And I'll go over the full width header module, the menu on the next section, which we are going to talk about the About Us section. And I want to show you all now how to add in that beautiful arc that we saw earlier. So it's in the description in the video. and it's going to be under script. Now I put it on my blog, but for some reason when you copy and paste it, it doesn't work. And that's probably because it's probably adding in space bars or something like that. The script has to be perfect or it will not work. So go ahead and copy the script in the description and go on over to this blue section right here and click on this little gear icon. Next, you're going to go to the CSS tab and you're going to paste it under the before section, just like that. So now we have this slanted arc. So that looks really cool. And this would probably look better with white text. So let me show you how to sort of customize it. So you see where it says height and it says 100%. This sort of controls the height of the arc. So if we change this to something like 90%, you're going to see that it starts to disappear. So we do 40%, etc. So, you can sort of customize it to however you want. Now the width is the same thing. So for example, if I want 150%, it's going to cover more of the page, 140%, 110%, and so on and so forth. So maybe I just want to keep it at maybe 110. And also, if you guys mess up anything in the script, like for example, one word gets disappeared, the script does not work. So if that happens, don't panic. Just re-upload or recopy, repaste the script onto the before section, and it will work again right away. Now also the degree section. So what degree do you sort of want this to be? So right now it's at a negative 100 degree. Now if I take out the negative, it's at a 100% degree. Now let's just say you want it at a 180 degree angle and so on and so forth. So now it's at a 180 degree angle. So there's a lot of different ways you can sort of get customizable with this and sort of add decor to your website. Now, for example, you want to add a 90 degree. It's going to look something like this. Or you can do a negative 90% and it'll look something like this. So this is a way you guys can sort of add custom CSS and how to use it to sort of, bring a little bit more feel to your websites. So negative 70, that does look pretty cool, but I might want it at negative 95 or negative 100. I want to see his face a little bit, something like that. And right here, you might want to add in something like white text so it's more visible. Because remember, this arc is transparent. Now, there is a way to edit the colors, but I kind of want you guys to visit the Divi forums to get more information on the rgba numbers. But for example, we can add in something like, I'll add in 110 by 40 by that. So this is another way how you can customize it. So feel free to mess with the RGBA numbers to sort of get the color that you want to add, because I personally don't know the RGBA numbers by heart. I know that's, you can just sort of like mess around with them to sort of get the color that you want to have. So that is how you guys would add that beautiful arc. And remember, feel free to visit the Divi forums on more information on the exact color that you need for your website. If not, just feel free just to mess with the settings, guys. I mean, I can, get like, looks like it's getting brighter right here, because I don't know these by heart. I really don't. So maybe 150 right here, something that looks like that, and also, like I said, the degrees, the width, and the height. And remember, if one section goes missing, you will need to re-upload the entire script again. So don't panic if that happens. So for example, even if I delete a comma, the whole script goes to waste. So that is how we can create some really cool modern designs. Now that I've shown you how to do this setting right here, I'm going to go ahead and save it. And that is how the website now looks. So that's how you get that really cool slanted arc. And you can also add this script to any sort of page. So for example, maybe you want to have it right here. So I'll go over here and I'll go on the icon, and under custom CSS, I'll just paste in the code just like that and click on enter. Maybe I have to take off the parallax effect. That's probably why it's not working. Yeah, that's why. It will not work with the parallax effect. So keep that in mind, guys. But go ahead and have fun with those arc symbols, because I know it's really unique and it's a really cool, let's add in right here. Let's see what I can do right here. I can get crazy with this one, we can probably, change the angle to like maybe, and it, like I said, it would look better with a white design because, like I said, it's transparent. So use that to your advantage. Okay. So next, let's go on over to our about page. So I'll see you there. All right, guys, welcome back. So before we do it in our services page, we're actually going to change our footer right here at the way bottom. Maybe you wanted to delete those social icons, and also maybe you want to change the text down here, as well as adding in your logo. So I'll show you how to do that right now. So you're going to go to your website right here, and this one I have the social icons and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my theme customizer right here. All right, and we're going to go to our footer section, and we want to click on the bottom bar. Now the bottom bar, you see how you can have these credits right here. You can change it so created by Darrel, powered by Wordpress, powered by Divi. And you can change the text color. You can change, if you decide to keep the social icon colors, you can change the social icon colors, or you can have it to whatever you want it to look. You can change the text color. You can change also the background color of this bar. So I'm gonna click on save and publish. Next, you can do your footer menu. You can be more decorative. The footer elements, if you want to delete the social icons, you can click on that because we've already added that in there. So if you want to add that in, that's up to you. So that is how you remove them and add them. So I'm going to just leave them there. And now let's go ahead and show you all how to add in your logo. So for example, I'm going to click on this X. We are going to go to our dashboard. And under Divi, you want to go to theme customizer, or theme options. I'm sorry, theme options. Now for the logo, you're just going to upload it. So right here where it says logo, you just click on upload and go ahead and just upload your logo. Set as logo, and then just go ahead and just click on save the changes, and that's it. All right, so I'm going to go to our pages right here, and we're going to go back to our services. And we're actually going to, we can view the page up here so we can see what it looks like right now. It doesn't look like anything. Now we're going to make it look like this. And I'm going to show you all how to add in this effect where everything looks close to each other. And these are actually sliders. So there's a little bit of technique to this. There's a lot of different ways we can approach it. So I'll introduce you to how you can have images continually slide, or you can have a video background, all sorts of cool stuff. So the first thing you want to do is create this section right here. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to enable the visual builder. All right. So now we want to actually add in a call to action. Now we don't have to use the call to action, but it's good to diversify. It's good to understand how to use all the widgets in every single style. So I'm going to click on this right here and click on call to action. And we're going to put our services. And then we're not going to put a URL. We're not going to put a button text. We're going to take out the background color, and we're going to make sure that this is centered. And we're actually going to leave it as light because we are going to add a background that's going to show our text. So for example, we're going to right here put learn all about our services. And I'm going to click this checkbox just like that. Now over here, I'm going to actually click on this and add in a background image. So I'm going to click on upload. You guys can upload the files. So the files that I gave you guys can use one of those files as your background image. Maybe you want this one or this one. So I'm actually just going to use this one right here and upload that image. So now you guys can see that you can see the text now. So now let's go ahead and sort of decorate it. So click on this little checkbox, and we want to decorate this. So all we need to do is click on this module setting right here, and we can go to our design. Now this is the header text font. So this part controls this area. So we can make it really big. We can make it like that. And we can also change the font. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and put, old standard TT, something like that. Make it a little bit bigger. And for our services part, we can actually change it. Now you can also change the color. So don't forget, you can change the color. You can change anything that you want. So I'm just reminding you because there's so many customizable features that you can do with this. Next, you have your body font size. So you can, increase it, make it look bigger. Maybe you want to add a different font. So we can go ahead and do that. Now you can also position this a little differently. You know how some websites have it like to the way left or to the way right? We can go ahead and do that. We can do that with the custom margin. So for example, on the right here, we can add maybe 40%. See how it sort of moved right there? We can add maybe 90%. That's too much. Too much. Okay, so let's do 50%. See how it sort of changes? So this is another way how you can sort of style your our services page to make it look a little bit more creative and more unique. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the right side. I'm going to put maybe 50%. What's the most you can do? Is it 7 or 70? 60. Oh, you want to know why it's probably doing that? Because we need to make this a full width. So that's a good idea. So over here, we can click on make this row full width, and then that's will actually be able to increase where we can put it to. So for example, if I go back over here, now I can enter it on a more higher scale. So for example, I'm going to go back over here to my margin settings, and maybe I want this around, let's see, 60%. See how it has that look to it? So that's another way you can style your our services tab. Next, I want to introduce you all to the full width menu. So right here under add a new section, I'm going to click on this and click on full width. And I'm going to enter in the full width menu. Now right here, you see it says menu 1. So that is the current menu we have. And maybe you want this in the center. Now you can actually decorate this as well. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can add in different colors. So we can go to our design and we can go ahead and say, okay, I want to go ahead and you can make this full width. So it looks like, if you have more pages, it would look a little bit more better. So I'm going to scroll down right here and I just want to go to our text. So let's see here. We can do our text right there. So our font size, we can make it a little bit bigger, just like that. Okay. And we can have it underlined, bold, all sorts of cool stuff, just like that. So now we're actually going to create these pictures right here. So we're going to have this picture right here next to this call to action, as well as adding this video slider next to this image right here. So I'll show you how to do that right now. So the first thing you want to do is go over here to our blue section right here where it says add a new section, or actually right here, this one right here, add a new section, click on regular, and we want to just click on the 2-row column, just like that. So over here, we're going to have an image. So I'm going to go ahead and put in an image right there. I'm going to upload the image. I'm going to put something that looks like this. Okay. And I'm just going to click on check. And over here, we're going to put a call to action. A call to action. So we're going to put the best web design company in Los Angeles and the button URL and contact us, just like that. Okay. We don't want to use a background color, and we're going to leave the text as white because we're going to decorate the background. So next for our content, we can start putting some stuff. I mean, I actually need to change it so we can see what we're doing, right? Okay. So right here, I'm going to put something like, we are the best web design company in Los Angeles. We sell overpriced websites to clients and we just steal their money. Ha ha ha. Well, to be honest, we sell pretty good websites. So check us out. All right, so just like that, okay? So next thing we're gonna do is we're going to check that right there. And we're going to make this illusion that they're stuck together. So to do that, first we're going to click on this right here, make this full width, do the custom gutter, and we're gonna put this all the way to 1, right? Now right here, we're gonna add padding. We're gonna add 0, 0, 0, 0, okay? We're gonna click on the check. The next thing we wanna do is go over here and click on this setting, and we want to go scroll down to custom padding and put 0 for all. So 0, 0, 0, 0. That's going to basically erase the padding right there on the top. Now we also need to add a background image, or we can add a background color. So these two are sort of stuck together, you guys can see. Now let's give this one a background color, or we can give it a video. You know, we can add in whatever we'd want. So for example, I'm going to click on the section settings right here, add in a background color. Now you see how it only applies to this section because this section right here is covered by an image. So we've basically covered the background with an image right there. So you can see we're, messing with the background color. We can also add a video. So for example, I'm going to put clear. I'm going to click on upload and select my ink. All right. So now we have this illusion that that these are kind of stuck together. So let's go ahead and check this, and let's fix this text right here. So to do that, go ahead and select the module settings, and we can actually first design this. So for example, we want to change the header size, maybe something a little bit bigger. We can do something like that right there. And the header text color, we'll change that to white. And the same thing for the for this color right here. So we'll put right there. All right. And of course, we can actually decorate the button. Remember, we talked about decorating the buttons earlier. So under custom margin, you might want to put something like 20% or 25%. So now you guys can see that it aligns properly. It looks good. And if you want to enter in the custom styles for the button, we can do that as well. So, you guys probably know how to do this already because I've showed you guys probably 4 or 5 times. So I'll leave it like that as white. And there you go. So now we have this really cool effect that we have an image and we have a video playing in the background. Now, let's just say I'm lazy. Let's just say I don't really want to do all that over again. So we can just duplicate that entire row. We can duplicate that entire process to save us a lot of time. So right here, we would just click on the duplicate button. And there you go. So we can sort of, see how this, it's basically already done for us. But if we want to switch the sides, we're going to have to, let's see if I can drag and drop that. Let's see if that'll work. See, I'll create another row like this. And let's see if I can drag and drop. I don't think I'll be able to, but let's just take a gamble. So right here, I want to put this one over here, right? And I want to put, see, it's just not going to work. I have no space for anything, it's just too big. So we can actually just go ahead and just, delete this one right here, delete this module. And, we can do it like that, right? So that will work. And over here, we can add in, whatever you'd want to add. So right here, we actually need to add in a call to action. Oh, it's up here. So we're just going to delete all this stuff on the bottom. It's just not working out. It is just not working out. So we can actually just go ahead and just redo it. We can just click on this right here and just add in the call to action module. And we'll put, we know how to do websites. And we'll have a button URL just like this. We'll have a button text. So buy now. We will not use a background color. And you guys can see the text right there. So we know how to do websites. This is actually a really cool effect you guys can have. So maybe you want to add different pictures in here. So, you guys already know how to add in the content. Now let's just say I wanted to make this a little bit bigger. We know how to do websites. And again, we can actually push this down right here. So remember, we need to go down to our custom margin right here and do maybe 25%, just like that. And click on Save Changes, and there you go. So we have this beautiful sort of illusion. In fact, you can see the video integrating with itself. So this is a really, really cool way to sort of design your website. So that's how you do it. Now let's go on to the next section. Let's go ahead and create some blurbs. So right here, we achieve this cool illusion that, that we have this cool arc effect right here. And we will be using a script for this, okay? So I'm going to go over here. We're going to add in a new section, a regular section for blurbs. Now remember, we can actually just copy and paste these things, okay? So we can click on blurb right here. We can click on learn more, and we can put in a URL. We will use the icon. And what should we use now? No icon, or actually the icon color is gonna be blue. And we're going to put something like, this right here. And we can go ahead and, add in some content. So the Divi theme is really cool. I enjoy making websites with the Divi theme. Okay. Now we can just click on, or actually before that, we can design this a little bit. We can make the header font just a little bit bigger. We can make the text a little bit bigger. So the body font size, we can change the font. So I'll leave it like that. And I'll go ahead and click on Save Changes now. So I'm lazy, so I'm just going to go ahead and just duplicate these and then just drag and drop. Whoop, drag and drop, just like that. And remember, you can change the icon size, you can change the icon color. Don't forget, there's so much stuff you can customize with the Divi theme because it's incredible and I love it. So next we're going to go ahead and make this a full row. So over here, make it a full row, just like that. Now we can just duplicate this whole row, just like that. Okay. Now there's two ways you can do this. So we duplicated, now we have two separate rows, right? So now we want to go ahead and add in a piece of script. Now in the description, you guys will get a piece of script. It is under script. So you guys can actually copy and paste that script. Now I'll show you guys where to put it. But before I do that, I actually need to go get it. To copy, I paste the script in there just like that. And you guys can actually change the angles of it. So for example, we can do a, maybe this is, we can change it to, let me show you guys how to do this. So the height right here controls the height. So for example, if you wanted to do 50%, it'll be like that, but maybe you want to keep it at 100%. Now the width is sort of keeping it at an angle of, so for example, that's 100. Maybe you want it 150. Maybe you want it, just 50. So that is how you guys would control the width of the script right there. Now for the degree part, you guys can actually change this. So for example, this is at 100 degree. We can change it to a 90 degree, just like that. So we can, change it to maybe, let's see here. We can get, maybe a 90 degree angle, something like that. But like I said, you can change the angle of the script to sort of make it look a little bit more unique. And we can actually add this in to this other part. So right here, we can just enter that in right here, go to CSS, under the before tab, just paste the script in there, and there you go. So now we have this really cool looking effect we have that the page is sort of, breaking up. Now, if you want to actually get creative, remember, you can go ahead and go back to the settings under CSS, and under this one, maybe you want to decrease the width of it, or decrease the angle, I'm saying. So we can probably add in maybe 110, something like that. You see how it's sort of like an archy design, and it's just really modern and trendy and unique. So feel free to be creative, to change in the angles and also to change in the color. So for example, I'm going to leave it as maybe 110. Yeah, 110 looks good. Or maybe 105. There you go, 105. Now to change the color under the RGBA right here, you just have to enter in the correct RGBA. You guys can actually get that from Elegant Themes. So for example, I'll put in 10, 20, and 30. So there is a certain code that you would need to put in there. So feel free to actually just go ahead and just try to, put in, whatever, numbers you can put in there. So to achieve the color you're trying to accomplish. Like I said, there's so many of them, so it's really hard. And one more thing, guys, if you enter in any of this script wrong, if anything is not there, it will just disappear. So you need to make sure that the script is there. And, for standard, we can just go ahead and put 0 or let's go ahead and put 9, like something like that. Okay. So that is how you guys can have this effect that it looks like it's like an archy design. So that looks really cool and trendy. And you guys can also change the icon colors and these settings to make it match. Maybe you can have like a white over here and black over here to sort of give it like a cross effect look. Maybe you can, direct the angles like a big X. There's just so many different ways that you guys can also, customize this. Now, another way you can do it is over here, we can actually delete the script. We'll take it out and we'll actually use one of the images that we have from the layout pack that I've given you. So over here, we can click on this and click on background image. Now we can use one of these images. Now these are the white images that you received in the layout pack. So we can, maybe just add in something that looks like this right here. We'll upload the image. Now we're going to have to add the background color to this to sort of create the effect that there's an arc design. You see how there's that arc design? Now this is a background image. So we cannot edit this, but this is sort of giving it like a cool, a cool archy effect, and you can get creative and maybe, add another one on the top to sort of create like an effect that the page is falling. So, that is how you can sort of customize and get a little bit more creative with the backgrounds. And the guy who designed these right here is from, I think his name is Olger. I don't know, but I think he works at Elegant Themes or Monterey Premiere, one of the two. So full credit goes out to him. Now, really quick, just to change the blurbs right here. So on the design, you can change the color. So use icon font size. Remember, you can change the icon font size, and you can also edit the color. So for example, we can go to it was under general, the icon color. We can create different colors, and you can also use different ones. So feel free to sort of get creative with these and make whatever you want. You can also add a circular icon background color to this to give it this, cool effect. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, this is basically how you would do it. So that is how you would customize the blurb section. Okay. Next, let's go ahead and go to our, let me close this. We're going to go to our other part, which is, I believe, the bars. So these bars right here, maybe you want to add these bars in right here, right? So just by looking at this, you guys can already tell this is a piece of, this is a text, and this is another text. And then right here, we're going to add in the bars. So let's go ahead and add those in. So over here, we would click on this little icon and click on regular. And we're just going to set this up right there. Now this right here, we're probably gonna add in 2 pieces of text. And on this, we're gonna add the bar counters. So right here, actually, let's go to this one first. Here, we're going to do the text right here. So scroll down until we find the text, just like that. And we can put, our sales were amazing in January. Or let's do December, December, just like that. And, we can just go ahead and go to design. Now we want to change the font size, but remember, we'll need to make this a full row, because if we do the text font size too big, it's going to come out like that, right? So we'll need to actually make the row bigger to give this more space. But before we do that, I'm just going to sort of decorate it. Oh, the Black Ops, that is such an ugly font. It's like that military style font, I think. Okay, so we'll do it like that. We'll put the text color as blue, and we'll go to check. Next, we're going to make this row full width, just like that. And also, if it comes out like that, you can also increase the what's it called? The spacing under those, okay? So if you really want the space, maybe you're trying to really put a lot of text right there, we can put something like we can add a custom margin. Sorry. We need to go to our this module, the text module. Sorry, I was under the wrong module. So the header line height, now this is a text header line height. So right here is where you would make those changes. So you can add in something that looks like that if you would like, or it's up to you what you're trying to achieve. But for example, we can just make the text smaller, and we can just have it look something like that. That would be a little bit more standard, and we can center this text just like that. So that is another way, if you get those cross laps, how to fix that. Next, over here, we're going to click on this, and we're going to click on the bar counters. Okay, so I'm going to click on add new item, and we're going to put like web design, and then we're going to put maybe 99%. Now you see how the bar already appears. So maybe we just want to duplicate those, make some more, or we can add a new item, sales, 30%. And of course, the design, you can change the bar color. We can add all sorts of cool stuff. So I'm going to just go ahead and close that and close that. So that is how you would enter in the bar counters, just like that. Now I'm also going to add in a piece of text below this. So right here, I'm going to click on this and click on the text, just like that. All right, and I'm going to click this centered, and we're going to put, we know how to sell products. We can drive more business to your website simply with SEO packages and PPC packages. We can increase your revenue by 300%. All right. Now we also need to sort of, make this a little bit bigger. So for the design, we can change the, it's going to be under the text font. So we can make the text font a little bit bigger, something like that. And remember, if it's too big, you can actually increase the row height to make it look more proper. So for example, the line height right here, you can sort of fix how it looks, just like that. So I'm going to click on this right here. And next we're going to, if you actually want to change the margin, you can indent the margin. You can add the bottom margin. So for example, 10%. or you can add up here, you know, you want 10%, and it will fit accordingly. So you can sort of position where you want the text. Maybe you want it on the right more, on the left more, etc. So I'm going to leave that blank, and we're going to just click on that. Now, also, I'm going to, just duplicate the row. And like I said, we can just, simply just, I think right here we can drag and drop. Let's try to do that. So let's see how we can do this here. There's nowhere to drag it to. Let's try this. So we'll drag this right here like that. And we'll also need to drag in this one right here, over here, underneath that. And then we'll need to drag this right here, just like that. So that's a very easy way to create the bars. Now I want to show you something very important about Divi theme. So we've made everything, right? We've made all these really cool effects. Now let's go ahead and click on this right here and click on save. Now we need to see how this looks on the mobile device. It's going to look much different on the mobile device because it's not optimized properly for the mobile device. So that is something that we need to do. So right here, this is how it looks on a tablet, right? It looks somewhat optimized, except for, a lot, right? So this is how it looks on a tablet. Okay, now it looks like this bottom part looks pretty optimized for mobile, except for the video sliders. Now, one big con with using video sliders, guys, is I don't believe iOS devices pick up video sliders on websites yet. Now, there was a new update with the iPhone 7, so if that did change it, that is cool. But if you're using an iPhone, it does not work. You will not see the video sliders. So we need to basically change this. So right here, we can click on this module setting, and we're gonna go to design. Now you see the header text font size. We need to click on this mobile bar right here. And it's very simple. All you need to do is select smartphone and sort of position this how it would look on the smartphone. Just like that. You guys ever been to a website where it looks different on mobile completely? You can do that with Divi. You can actually disable certain sections. So now let's go ahead and look on the tablet. On the tablet, we want to make it look something that looks like, this right here. Just like that. So now it's a little bit more optimized for mobile, as you guys can tell, on the desktop as well. Now, it doesn't really matter what you change on the smart and tablet. It will not have an effect on the desktop. But let's say, for example, you want to go ahead and just get rid of this section. Maybe these two sections are just not good for the mobile device because it just doesn't really look good. Maybe you just want to have this section only. So we can actually disable this section specifically for mobile devices. So mobile devices will not see this. So go ahead and click on this little gear icon right here. And we can scroll down right here. Now you see where it says disable on phone, tablet, and desktop. You can just select phone and tablet and then just click on the checkbox. All right, so now this section right here will be disabled for the phone and the tablet device. This whole section right there. You guys can see it's a little bit grayed out. So that gives you an indication that it's working. So we can click on save. And once you're doing this, guys, you can sort of pick up your phone and just check it out. Just go ahead and just check it out, see if it works or not. You can do a lot of it by trial and error. So now it's a little bit more optimized for mobile. So this side will not show. We don't want any of this to show because remember, iOS devices, I believe to my knowledge, they cannot check the, they can't pick up video backgrounds. Now right here, it looks pretty good. But remember, if you want to make the changes, you can click on this little gear icon, scroll down, or I'm sorry, you need to go to the row setting right here. And you want to go ahead and go to, see right here. Actually, no, you want to click on these little icons right here. These ones, sorry. And you want to go to design and you want to see how it looks on the smartphone. So the smartphone right here, we can change the, how it looks on the smartphone, just like that. So this is very important not to forget that when you're making these websites, you need to have it optimized for mobile. I can't stress that enough. It's very important to have it optimized for mobile. So everything else looks pretty good on the mobile device and on the tablet. So like I said, with the Divi theme, you can just disable full-on sections. So that's pretty incredible because I know if you go to like Skype.com from your phone or another website, it looks completely different, right? You're like, why does this look so different than their other device or their other desktop? So this is how you can sort of fix the issues you have with the mobile device and also the tablet. And remember, if you make the changes on the mobile and the tablet, it will not have an effect on the desktop, okay? So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for our services page. Now we're gonna do the easy stuff. I'm gonna show you how to do pre-made layouts and also how to do your contact page and how to import and export your work. Maybe you want to build the Divi theme. Maybe you want to sell your layout to somebody. You can do that. So I'll show you guys how to do that right now. All right, guys. So welcome back. Now we're going to do the About Us page, but instead of doing all the hard work, we're going to let Divi do all the hard work for us, because when you purchase the Divi theme, it comes with a lot of pre-made layouts for everybody. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to click on Enable Visual Builder. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do is scroll down here to this little purple icon right here. Click on that. And we're going to select, I believe it is Load from Library. That's right. So if you click on Load from Library, they have all of these predefined layouts for us. All these here we can use for our website. So they've created all these pages just for us. So now that you guys are, more familiar with the theme, now you guys will not have a problem making changes, making customizations to the theme. It'll be very simple. So for example, this right here is all a pre-made layout. They've done all the hard work for us. All we need to do now is just go ahead and insert our information, and our About Us page is already done. So for example, we can probably make it one change right here by adding in a video slider. Maybe right here, we can go over here and actually no, I believe it is for this module right here. We'll click on this right here, and we'll go ahead and delete this background image, and we'll add in our own video slider. So to do that, we are going to scroll down and go to Upload, and we're going to upload a video just like this. So now we've actually made a big change to the website. We've added in this icon, and we can also put, welcome or learn more about us. Learn more about us. And we can put something right here like, we are an amazing company. And the reason why I didn't introduce you to this first is because I want you guys to learn how to use the theme, not just try to grab their templates and, how do I edit this? How do I do that? So now we know how to basically work this. So for example, let's say we want to make this row full width. So it's simple. We know how to do that. We'd click on this row settings right here, make this row full width, just like that. So this section is basically already done. All we need to do is just put in our information right there. So we can put in like, we know sales, and remember earlier how they have this this bar right here. So remember, this is just a if we click on this arrow right here, we can see what they've used. So they've used this more of a bigger area with more of a smaller area. And if you want to make it full width, we can do that. We can click on this and make it full width. So now it's a little bit bigger and it looks a little bit more cleaner. And for example, let's just say we want to edit this text right here. So we can click on this right here. And this is for our story. So this right here is a header and this right here is a paragraph. So to change that, you would basically take all of this and then over here select header. So the reason why you do that is to sort of separate the text. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So when you put in a header setting, when you go to design, you see how it says header font size. So now this will just specifically work for our story. Now, the regular text font right here will work just for this font right here. So you can see how that works. Okay, so I'm going to reset that and click on this right here. Now, let's go ahead and sort of practice a little bit. Now, we need to see how this looks on our mobile device. So I'm going to click on mobile. You guys can see it does look good, but keep in mind the video section, to my knowledge, it will not show on iOS devices or certain other Androids. So that said, it looks like this page is already set for its it's already made for us. So it's very simple to use these themes now, or to use these layouts. So I'm going to click on X. I'm going to go back here, and go to the desktop. Now for these social icons right here, we need to actually change this. So these team members right here, we can go ahead and just click on one of these little arrows right here and change the image URL. So for example, you want to put a good picture of somebody. So in the pictures I gave you guys can click on upload files, select files, and then just go ahead and just insert, I'm going to put this picture of this woman and just click on upload image, just like that. And you can just simply edit it, old or good old Suzanne, something like that. And we can click on this right here. And for these icons right here, let's check out what they are. So right here, I'm gonna look for the module setting right here. So this is a person setting. So this is actually a module that we haven't used yet. This is for a person. So right here, you're gonna see the position, the company role. That is this text right here. And we can design the text color. We can insert the Facebook URL. Now, if you don't want it, you can just delete it. So this would be a good setup for somebody who has a large staff. And remember, we can duplicate this row as well. So if you have more than 8 team members, we can simply do something like this. We can make this row full width, like that. We will change this to around 4 people. And we can actually just decide to say, okay, let's change this one. We'll change this one right here. We'll add in another person, upload files, select files, and we'll add in the picture of this guy right here. Okay. And then for this one, we will add in a picture of this guy right here. We'll put an image URL, upload files, select files, and we will find, do I have another image? All right, we're gonna have to add in, we're gonna have to add an image of this guy again. So we got twins. We got twins at this company. Okay, and now to add this module again, remember we can click on this and we can duplicate this row, but we haven't really gone over the persons module yet. So over here we can click on this and find the persons module. The persons module right there, and right here we can put Darrel Wilson. WordPress designer, the image URL. So I'll need to put a picture. I'll just say, now if you put a picture too big, it probably will fit because of the row. Remember how the row setting sort of controls how big it is? So it won't be bigger than the row. So it's basically saying it's not going to be bigger than this section right here. So now we can add in a Facebook URL. Now, if you don't have anything or you can't think of anything now, but you want to come back to it, just put the number sign and that will always work. So number sign, number sign, number sign. And we can put, Darrel Wilson does WordPress tutorials on YouTube and helps people with their websites, just like that. And for the design, same thing. We can change all these settings right here. So we can change the icon colors. So you see the icon colors. Now, another thing you guys can do is add a hover icon color. So that means when somebody hovers over it, it's going to change colors. So let me give you an example. So right here, I put green. So if I hover over these, you see how they all turn green now? So that is another feature that you can have with the Divi theme. Now the header font, this would be this setting right here. And we can, change that to whatever we would like. We can make the font size a little bigger, something like that. We can change the text color to something like that. And this is another way to be, like I said, really creative. We can sort of, make, really fun, unique designs. We don't have to keep it boring like this because this is just like a template. It's not too creative, but they've given us a structure that we can sort of, use for the website. So, there's just, let me see here. What else can we add? There's just so many things you guys can customize, So that is how you would enter in your persons module. And remember, you can check how it looks on tablets, and you can also check how it looks on the mobile device. So let's go ahead and add in another one, right? So over here, we'll click on this right here, little plus. We'll need to probably save this. All right, so it's saved. We'll close this, or actually we'll open it again, and we'll put this on the desktop. And now we will go to plus. Uh-oh, it's being glitchy. So, that happens sometimes, guys. So if that does happen, if something does do a little glitchy like that, I'm glad it happened because people think these errors don't happen to me. It does. It does. Trust me. I've worked on so many websites where things just go wrong and it's not supposed to. So let's try that again. There we go. Okay, so it works. Now, maybe you have something like a sales page or a contact us page, maybe even about me. So this would be like an about me section. Now it looks a little bit different. You can maybe add a picture of you right here. Your recent work, you can insert stuff like that, like an image gallery. Like I said, feel free, guys, to go through these libraries right here. Oh, it's not working again. I'm gonna refresh the page. So it does. I guess it does do that from time to time. But like I said, give Divi a break. This theme, this update is huge. So like I said, go through all of these pre-made layouts you guys can use for your websites, and this will save you a lot of time. So we basically just created our About Us page because by now you guys are learning sort of how to use Divi by those first 2 pages. But now let's do something even better. Let's do pre-made layouts, and let's do how we can export our work and how we can import other people's work. So I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, welcome back. I've saved the best for last. Now we're gonna learn how we can import Divi layouts for free, along with exporting out our layouts. So for example, maybe you made a layout and you might wanna sell it. You guys can do that. Now let's go ahead and import one of the layouts Divi has created. Now all of these right here are layouts that Divi has created for us, and we can import all these layouts for free right on our website and have a pre-built website. Now there is a lot of cool stuff that these guys have done, but one I want to do is the contact page. Now the reason why I want to do the contact page is because if you want these maps right here on your website, you're gonna need a Google API key. So these other ones don't require that. You can basically just, upload them. It's simple, but I want to show you how to do that so you don't have any questions when it comes time to, create your contact us page. So go to this link in the description. It's called diviexamples.com, and go ahead and click on free download under the contact page layouts. And it's going to bring you to elegantthemes.com. Now this is where we're going to download the Divi contact pages layout for free. So simply scroll down right here and click on download the layout pack. All right, so we have this layout pack right here. Now I'm going to minimize this really quick, and I'm going to open this right here just like that, and I'm going to double click on the folder. Okay, now you need to make sure that you use the JSON file. Okay, the .json file. That is the file that you need in order to download layout packs and also export layout packs, etc. So this is page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5. They've made all these cool layouts for us. In fact, you can just click on all and just import all of them. But I'm just gonna go ahead and maybe pick, let's see right here. Let's see, number 1. I wanna pick one with the maps to show you all how to do it. Okay, so let's do number 1. So this is number 1, and we're gonna go ahead and do that, all right? So I'm gonna click on the, let's see right here, under contact page 1, the .json file, and just drag it out. Okay, so I've dragged that one out. Now I want to import that on my website. So let's go ahead and do that. So to import layouts, you're going to go down to your dashboard, and we're going to go to Divi and go to the Divi library. Okay, so we want to go ahead and import a layout. So we want to click on import and export. And right here, we're going to click on import and click on choose file. Now we want to find the file, the .json file. Remember, we used the contact page 1, the .json file right here. So you guys can see it is contact page 1.json, and click on open and click on import Divi builder layouts. So now it's going to import the layout for us. So it's going to basically make the page for us. We don't need to do anything, but we do need to add it to the page, obviously. So here's the page, contact page 1. So now let's add this to our contact page. Over here under pages, we're going to click on all pages and click on contact us. Okay. Now, another thing that you guys need to do is click on use the Divi builder, load from library, and click on add from library. And here is the contact page 1. We're just going to load it up, and we're just going to click on update. Just like that. Okay. Now let's go ahead and click on preview changes. All right, so now this is our contact us page. Pretty cool. It's already made for us. All the hard work is already done. So that is how you would import a layout. Now, if we keep scrolling down, this part right here only shows because I have the Google API key. Now you might need an API key. So I want to show you how to do that. First, you're going to go on over to Google, and you're going to do Google API key. All right, so go ahead and do get a key authentication, the first one. And right here, it says get an API key. You will need a Gmail account for this. So I'm going to do my password right here. All right. So now that I'm logged in, I'm going to do get a key and select a project. I'm just going to do create a new project, create and enable API key. All right, so it is loading. Now, I know for some of these, it depends on your browser and everything, but usually you will need a Google an API key for your Google Maps in order to make your maps display on your website, or else you're just gonna get some random error. All right, so you're ready to start developing with Google Maps, blah, 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 blah. This is my API key, okay? So I'm gonna copy this API key and I'm gonna go back to our website right here. And this was our page right here. Now you need to go down to Divi and go to theme options. We're gonna scroll down and you're just gonna copy and paste the Google API key, and that is it. So if your maps were not showing up, now they should be showing up, okay? So now let's go on back over here. So this is how we created our layout. Now let's go ahead and maybe export the layout so we can see, we can send it to our friends, we can sell it, we can do whatever we want with it. So right here it says, we love to meet new people. Let's change this to, or let's go ahead and save this page really quick. Let's go ahead and save the settings. All right, so this is for our contact us page. So we're gonna put, we love WordPress. Okay, and we're gonna save this right here. All right, and now let's just double check this. So if I exit the visual builder, it's going to say we love WordPress. So this is now our contact us page. So let's go ahead and enable the visual builder again. And we're going to export this layout. So click on that little purple thing, click on these two arrows, go to export and do the testing contact page. And I'm going to export the Divi builder layout. Just like that. All right, so now you can see it's saved. Now, let's go ahead now and change all of this. Make it look like this. So we know for a fact that it worked. Now I'm gonna click on save. All right, so this is our new page. This is how I saved it. Now let's go to exit visual builder. So this is how it looks now. So now let's go back to the visual builder and we'll go ahead and import our other layout to see if it's working or not. So over here, we're gonna go click on these two arrows, click on import, choose the file, and we're going to select the testing one. So for example, it's called the testing contact page. So let me see if I can find it. It should be around right here, the testing contact page.json. So this is the file that we saved, and I'm going to click on open and click on import Divi builder layouts. And there are some glitches, I guess you can say, sometimes it does weird stuff, but there it goes. So I'm going to click on X. And there it goes. So we love WordPress. So that is what we originally typed, remember? So that means it is working. So we can click on save. And that is how you import and also export your layouts. So I think that's it for my tutorial, guys. If you guys have any questions or you guys want to know anything else, I actually have a sister tutorial. I have 2 Divi tutorials. So be sure to check the other one out where I talk about pricing tables. I talk about more custom CSS features. Other than that, I hope you guys do an amazing job with your website. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys all later.